just so we are aware, that was StreamYard. Hopefully you can hear me now. Come on back in and let's see how this works. Unbelievable. All right, let's fix this. I think I'm live. Cracking. Can you hear me? You can hear me now. So it wasn't me, it was StreamYard. And I feel so much better now because I've had literal hell the past 3 days. So I guess I won't be doing an actual live today. We'll do it this way. You guys couldn't hear Clue either, right? Thank you, Clue. Thank you, Jen, for coming up and trying to help me. Man, that gave me like a little mini heart attack because I've been having, I don't know if it's my browser, Steven. I've been having this issue for days now. I think it's StreamYard. You guys couldn't even hear Clue. You know what? I'm reaching out to them right now. Oh, what did that just do? Okay, so as you can all tell, I've been having a lot of issues lately, and I try to get the internet. I literally got ripped off. Listen, Metro literally ripped me off. So I go into Metro to buy like their little, what is it called? Like their tower thing. You guys know how they sell like the internet tower? Live streams. And I don't even know why I'm wasting my time. These guys are not even going to respond to me. My mic doesn't work. I don't hear my guests. Well, I'm not even doing it. So anyhow, yeah, I go in to buy that or whatever, and the guy's like, oh, we're all out. And they're shady. They're shady, to say the least. Shady characters. Hold on, let me see. Oh, how do I invite somebody up here? No, I don't know how to do it. I'm confused by this format too. I don't like it, Gary. Audio, speak out loud. Like I connected the mic to my... Yeah, everything's connected the right way. It showed me moving. It didn't show you guys me moving, whatever. So anyway, I go up there and I say to the guy, he says, oh, we're all out. And I said, oh, all right. And he goes, but I do have a return here. And I'm like, oh, cool, great, I'll take it. Like, I need this ASAP to make better internet so I can go live, right? So the guy's like, yeah, he's like, he plugs it in, he says it's working, all the things. And I'm like, oh, awesome, thank you so much, you know? And he's like, yeah, he's like, it'll be $45. And I'm like, all right. So I pay him with a credit card. And then it dawns on me, he never took my phone number or anything. So I say to him, well, how's this going to work? You didn't even put it on my account. And he goes, well, it's on somebody else's account. It's on somebody else's account. And when it stops working, just bring it back up and we'll go ahead and, add it to yours. And I'm like, the fuck? Right? I'm like, this don't make much sense. So needless to say, I get home, I plug it in, and sure enough, it says no internet. And I'm like, and I was intimidated. I'm not going to lie. I was a little intimidated by the whole, I knew something wasn't quite right, but I also didn't know how to get out of it. You ever been in one of those positions where you're like, yeah, this is fucking awkward, but I don't know what to do. So the dude just ripped me off. So then I call corporate. I'm like typical Karen at this point. I'm like, I just got ripped off by your store. And the lady's like, you have to go back up there tomorrow and return it for a refund. Speak to the manager. And I'm like, this guy is the manager. Yeah, unbelievable. Unbelievable. So here it sits. Of course, he gave me no receipt, right? No receipt, just the box in the bag. I did pay with credit card. I did take photographic proof that I was there. It wasn't even that I didn't trust my instinct. I was nervous. I didn't even know what to do about it. So there's that. The other day I ordered Xfinity, but I already have Xfinity. It's a whole mess of things. Yeah, that was crazy, wasn't it, Purple Haze? You hear the whole wake up and everything, but then says she wasn't sleeping. That was amazing. But let me get some shoes on. We'll go outside. Hold on. Unbelievable. So it's StreamYard that's having the issue, not me. Or you ever come in and see your cat just awkwardly staring up to a corner? I think that's a ghost. Is there a ghost in here? What are you staring at, Nellie? What are you staring at? What's up there? Huh? What do you see? What do you see? Restream.io. Should I try that? Is that what you're telling me? Should we put on our watermelon Crocs and go outside? This is so lame, dude. This is so annoying. Yeah, but it said it was working, Steven. So it literally, my mic was moving on my end, right? Like it was bouncing on my end. It showed that I was live. It showed that I was talking. My mic was actually set up through the computer. It was set up on StreamYard. There should not have been any issue. I love my watermelon Crocs too. But my kids told me I can't wear it out in public. Oh my God, they're the cutest. How can you not love them? All right, hold on. And then the fact that you guys couldn't hear Clue, right? So I'll tell you what, you want to talk about being gaslit? I feel like I've been gaslit by the internet for 3 days now. By internet providers, by the internet, by all the things that be. Oh, you want to see them? Hold on, Raven. Let me put them on. I got to pop them tags, baby. When you guys were little, did you ever have, like, when people bought hats, they would keep the tags on, the boys? You ever see that? It was like a sign of coolness or something. I couldn't even see you on the stage. Either could I, Clue. People have been complaining about StreamYard all day yesterday. So I couldn't see you or Jen on stage either. So I had no idea what was going on. And then it dawned on me after I ended the stream that I didn't even put my headphones on to see if I could hear you. But nobody could hear. All right. John knows the way he started to apologize to her. Yep, sure did. Because then she said, great, now the haters. Now the haters. Let's go outside. Back out to the stream, click the 3 dots and add watch later and then open it back up from there. Does that really work? Like they can get out of this format by doing that? Or are you just telling people not to watch my stream live? Because I don't know. I feel like you're a double agent at this point, and I've been very kind to you. So I can't figure out if you're my op or if you're like, you know, semi-cool. You know what I mean? I'm not too sure about you yet. Not too sure about you yet. Double tap screen for like, hell yeah, Gigi. That we do. Thank you. And I got a super sticker. I got a $3 super sticker. Thank you so much. I apologize. I missed it. All right. That works to make chat regular again. That's true. Okay. So exit out. Go click the 3 dots for save for later. I don't know if I'm confused here, Lindsay, but you... Okay. Never mind. I won't even bring it up. Save for later. I'm going to test it. Hold on. Before we go outside, I'm going to test it. Yes, hit the screen twice to then go to your liked streams, and I'll revert back to normal. Okay, hold on. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up first, or it won't work. I'm coming over to see with you. Hold on. Let's see if this works this way. Because I hate YouTube this way. Oh, for me, it's normal anyhow. Oh, I hear myself. All right, so let's do... I can't even test it because going on a computer, it works. Everybody's saying it works. Oh, look, if I do like this, I can pin you guys. Oh, from a computer, you can actually do things. All right, hold on. Let me pin you. Don't move. Stay right there. Replace pin message. Okay. So if you save it to watch later, it turns vertical format into the regular live format. All right, everybody do it and come back. Now, how do I invite people up? Anybody know how to do that? I'd like to invite Clue up to hand her this award for trying to help me this morning. All right, hold on. Let's see. Wow, we can do a lot more through a computer. Well, you know what else, too? Can we go on a little rant really quick? StreamYard raised their prices, okay? They raised their prices into all, unbelievably expensive amount, and then they've done nothing but F up the entire time. Vertical stream cheat code. Go out and save to watch later. Go to watch later list and open from there. That gives you the regular format. All right, I'm going to pin you, too. Replace pin. You have to go out to her page to get watch later. Yeah. No, they raised the price, right? Like, I got a 50% off deal and 50% off my ass. It was still like, what was it? I don't even remember. But it was like damn near $200 and some dollars. So they're charging like $60 a month to use this product that doesn't even work, where before it was like $10 a month. It is absolute bullshit, and I didn't have the issues before. It does say, Clue, when you're setting it up, it does say that you can invite. Hold on, I'll show you how. I mean, I can't show you how, but I don't like pushing buttons on this thing because it absolutely scares me. Thank you, Coco. I'm glad that worked. Okay, so we're all good. I'm getting out of here now. Let's go. How many thumbs up we got? Come on. We have 736 watching, 323 thumbs up. Let's double click, folks. Double click. This mouse button cores bullshit. I don't have to save to watch later. No, but if you do, it does go back to regular format, is what they're claiming. I don't know, because I can't do it. But I rest assured that it is StreamYard's issue, because I went live from the computer, it didn't work, and when I went live from my phone, the audio didn't work. So therefore, it was not me. And I'm telling you, I've had like 3 days of complete internet chaos. I got ripped off by Metro. I'm going live. Listen, when I go to Metro, I'm going live. I want you all to witness how this guy's ripping me off. That shit pissed me off. So then I buy the Xfinity, which was a great deal, but a whole mess, a whole slew of mess. Hey, be nice, try it. Just save to watch later, and then came back, and it's just normal way. Yay, thank you. Hey, Winnie, hello. Oh, wait, I'm a dumbass. Let me try something else. It didn't work for you, security? Hey, Hellfire. Brenda says it works. Hey, Jay. Jay, StreamYard's not working. You're not getting any audio. I'm going to keep blaming StreamYard because I don't think it was me. I think you should do a live stream protest friendly business, possibly a sign. Me too, beat Tim, and I still want to get my sign for Mr. Lasniak. I want to warn the people. We shall protest together. We shall ride at dawn. That's the saying, isn't it? Dawn's a little bit early, though. You guys want to do midnight instead? I think it may be midnight. Is it we ride at dawn or we ride at midnight? Dawn or midnight? Somebody correct me in the chat. You know what else I heard? I heard somebody try to once again speak like me, right? Talk about obsession, glasses. If you're going to keep mimicking people, can you mimic me as a mother? I think we should start there. It is dawn. Well, dawn's fucking early. Do we have to ride at dawn? Wait, is dawn at night? Dawn is nighttime, right? Oh, it's starting to get dawn. Holy shit, I am so confused right now. Somebody clip this shit so you can make a video making fun of me. And I'll just gaslight you it didn't happen. What do you mean? Dawn is sunrise, right? Dawn is early. All right, we're doing dusk, okay? We're not getting up at dawn. We're doing dusk. We meet at dusk. Okay? horses can't see at night, silly. Well, why can't they? Cats and every other animal sees better at night. How do you know the horses can't see at night? Did they tell you that clue? Did the horses say, nah, I can't see at night? You want to hear something funny? You just made me think of something. First off, you're lying because the horses never told you that. Let's start with that clue. The horses never told you that. You're lying, okay? But the other day, oh, please, what a joke. Silver on the Scenes is held in a protest thing tomorrow. What a weirdo. Anyway, damn it, what was I going to say? Horses at night. Clue lied. The horses did not tell her they couldn't see. I got distracted by a text message. Bullshit. Did you ever see Death of a Unicorn? That was a pretty good movie. She telepathically connected with the unicorn. Totally distracted me on my whole protest thing. I had something very important to say. And now everybody blame Grits for texting me because you just oh, Mr. Ed, there we go. Thank you for reminding me, Looney Tunes. So the other day my phone was blowing up, right? Twice in a row. Lyra called me twice in a row. And I'm like, who's this bitch thinks she is calling my personal phone line? Like, I'm not cool with you. What are you dialing my line for? I don't exist to you. Move the fuck along. Miss, oh, she don't pay her attorney. The fuck out of here. Find yourself a pro bono attorney. Get prepared, too. Start looking now. Anyway, so she calls my line, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Comes up, CPS caller, alert, CPS caller. And I'm like, ah, shit, we don't fuck with CPS callers, right? So I ignore it. Phone rings again, CPS caller. So this time I was contemplating answering, right? So I happen to open up a message from a friend that says she's live and she's trying to call you. And I never even listened to the voicemail yet. I didn't even listen to it. And I'm like, oh, is she live? That makes it even funnier. So I debated answering, right? I was going to answer and I was going to have Mr. Ed responding. And then I was just going to play horse noises. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck you. Out here talking about people shouldn't lie on people. You lie all day long on people. What did her voicemail even say? You guys want to listen to it? Maybe I'll turn it into a video with some music behind it. Listen to it. Damn it, I'm on my phone, so we can't all listen together. We'll have to make a video. But she's all, oh, Granny lied on me. You shouldn't be lying on people. You lie on me every day. Every single day you lie on me. Shut up. Anyway, it's the most attention she gets from me. We're done with that. Funny, because not too long ago, she was messaging me calling Brittany a fat, ugly grifter. Save the video and come back. It works. Yay, Bonnie. Really? I felt so ripped off. So I have to get a Starlink now. And Starlinks are, they're like $175. What for? Because she's a maniac. She lied on YouTube. She lies on everybody. And then wants to take this moral grandstand. Oh, you shouldn't be lying on people. All you do is lie on people. Oh, I saw that, security. Listen, what kind of noob opens up their phone to obvious, Cornhub, right? I mean, the immediate. I thought they could see at night. Ask Lyra, can she see at night? They are protesting in front of the sheriff's office all week. So, Clue, did you see a particular person made a announcement, and they said if you've witnessed anybody who's been acting strange or withdrawn the past 10 to 20 days, right? Does anybody want to report how withdrawn I feel like Seth Rogers and Tony Mathis have been? Does that mean they have guilty knowledge as implied by the private intelligence group? I think they've been pretty withdrawn, don't you all? Wouldn't you all agree? How do you open up your internet and then have literal moaning taking place, and then the immediate look to see if she was coming in because she heard it? Oh, bless it be. How do you guys even find this train wreck to be entertaining anymore? I'm honestly asking because to me it is just so damn depressing. You guys don't get depressed with that? I mean, come on. It's the late midnight hours, early dawn, if you will. And you hear wake up, and then you hear I'm not sleeping, but you literally hear the person like recollect the drool. You know, when somebody starts to fall asleep, and then you hear them like, she did one of those. Like she slept the drool up and woke up. And then the poor kid's like, oh man, it's just so, I don't find it funny. I don't find it amusing. I find it absolutely heartbreaking. And yeah, I don't know how, I can't even do it anymore. Oh, Iva, I'd love to hear your singing. Philadelphia freedom. I love, yes I do. Depressed, I'm tired of all the coverage. Yeah. Her chat told her that they heard his corn on his side TT, so she knew. Of course she knew. Listen, there's nothing wrong with watching. You know, if you want to watch you want to watch, right? Human nature, people get, you know, whatever. Do your thing. But I don't think it's very, is it very Christian-like? I don't know. And can you at least make sure you exit the webpage before you go live? It makes me think, like, what were you doing right before you went live? And I don't want to think it. God damn it, I don't want to think it. Well, that is the biggest guy on the smallest scooter I ever did see. People told her he was watching corn, I guess. Oh, thank you, Okie. Is it because of my Crocs, Okie? You want to see them? Oh, well. You know you're getting old when you go to stretch out your leg and your knee cracks. Holy shit. No. Christian, no, but normal for couples of people. Right, I agree. Like, I'm not going to make a big deal out of corn, right? But it is the lack of, like, awareness. Like, what were you just watching that? And then you're like, yeah, now I'll get my ego fed through TikTok. Or, gee golly, were you on TikTok and then did I don't even want to know the order of events. You heard the knee pop? You guys heard it? Yeah. Geez, we're getting old. We're getting old. She probably didn't believe it. Says someone put that in there. Probably. I'm just 57. Thank you so much. Little bit for your day. Thank you. I can't figure out the codes and stuff though, Steven. Maybe when I'm off of here, if you have a minute, wouldn't mind helping me, I'd appreciate it. Just wait till 45. Yeah, I got to make it to 35 first. 25, actually. It's like, so old, Granny. 46, 3 grandchildren. That's not even old, though. I'm judging the fuck out of this. All they do is sit, preach their BS. Well, of course they do. Of course, that's all they do. Have you guys hit the thumbs up, by the way? All right, chat just stopped moving, and that scares me. Are we going to see them Crocs? Of course you are. But the chat stopped moving, and now I feel like I lost service. Am I here? Oh, dang it. Where are we connected to? Let's see. Since we're getting ripped off out of internet left and right and center. There it says we're connected. How do I highlight this? Come back. Gosh dang it. Hold on. Goddamn internet issues. I can't take it. Oh, I'm back again. Okay, here we are. Oh, you guys could hear me. I just couldn't see you. I know, but 3 grandchildren is a way of making you old real quick. Yeah, you know what? Oh my gosh, Iva, thank you. Iva just gave me pizza. Hell, thank you, Iva, because I certainly did not take anything out. Someone judging others' relationship with God deserve to be judged when they are preaching about God and porn pops up. Porn pops up. That was a rather youthful moan, if I do say. I think the best part was the quick look over at the door to see if the rhino was going to come running through. Oh my goodness, that was hysterical. The little side eye, the little glance over, like, oh shit. Then the ironic timing of saying volcanoes are busting. Oh my goodness. You can't even write a script like that. That is hysterical. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. The volcanoes are erupting. And then next thing you know, looking out the door, 63, 2 grandkids, 2 great-grandkids. Wow, Patty G. That's actually really exciting. He was looking to see if Big Bertha was going to knock through the door. Boring. So to watch her on all channels, equally boring. Yeah. I mean, there's pure comedy gold in some of it. He is looking where she always storms in. I was done. Hey, Heatherlicious. Must be stopped. It's over. It's dead. Please let it die. Cover of 30 minutes. If you just do a 3-hour stream, move on. We need cases. We need worthwhile coverage. I literally laughed so hard I was crying and snorting. My husband actually wanted to see if we kept laughing so hard. Yeah, that was bad. That was rather embarrassing. I loved it though. I loved how he immediately looked over at the other direction and be like, shit, is she coming? Coming? Oh my goodness, the words. So many play on words we can do with this one, folks. We get that, then we get the falling asleep, and I'm not sleeping. I'm looking for my glasses. Oh, please. My glasses. Does anybody else find it weird that she tries to claim she's so fearful of me, but then talks like me? Or tries to talk like me? You sound more like the lady from the show, The Nanny. Remember the nanny lady? But how bizarre that she even said it in the format she said it. Glasses. Like, shut up. Shut up. Hey, troll's not always a bad thing. Being called a troll is not always a bad thing. Dude, that happened to me at the damn dinner table one night, but my phone is all I heard. Fiance never lets me live that down. Yeah, that's horrible. You have to at least know to exit out of the website, for goodness sake. My mother-in-law is from Delco and I adore her, so I love the accent. But it's just the fact that, like, I hadn't been live. It's not like I was just live right before that speaking on her. And, you know what I mean? It goes to show that this woman is literally thinking of me. You know? Like, I haven't even been live, haven't been speaking to you. And you want to wear people's skin. That's your biggest issue. You mimic bits and pieces of every single creator that dislikes you, and then you make yourself the laughingstock by doing that. And so I'm calling to protest that if you are going to continue to mimic people, can you at least mimic the way we, I don't know, take care of a household, the way we take care of, family? And how about do that? How about mimic the way I take off on the weekends to spend family time? Mimic those things, would you? Because this whole other thing you're doing is just, it's not cute. I can't find my one favorite portable charger, and I was not expecting to go live from my phone. I won't forget you told me a year ago about hitting your head against a brick wall. Right. I told you, this woman will make you would be better off banging your head against a brick wall than trying to argue with this woman because she gaslights you out of your reality. You no longer know what you know because she will convince you so much. I mean, she lies about the dumbest of things. Lies about the dumbest and damnest of things, like the sleeping. I wasn't sleeping. Bro, we literally heard you snore. Seriously? We heard the snore, okay? All right, is this charging? Hold on, friends. Good morning, Nonsense. Nonsense StreamYard's not working today. Neither is anything else. Holy shit. I just can't win. Yeah, imagine being told all the time that you didn't hear what you thought you heard, and you didn't see what you thought you saw, and then the guilt trip, and oh, now the haters are going to take that on. Now the haters are going to say that. Yeah, because it happens, okay? Because it happens. Nobody's making this shit up, bro. Why isn't this boring, to be honest? Of course she has me. That's why she can't do it on her own. That's why she should be thankful for the restreams. She don't got an entertainment bone in her freaking body. Just like she don't got a caretaker bone in it either. And I love that people pretend, right? They pretend they didn't hear and see what we all heard and saw. They pretend. $100 she does. Hold on, let me see this. All right, is that working? What the fuck? You stopped hate watching? Good. Everybody should. Everybody should. The voice sounds pitiful. Yeah, it was horrible. That's right, AK-47. Get a cup of Nancy. She said last night that he couldn't sleep without her there, so why not log off? Sean, I've had this argument years ago, right? I remember years ago when people would say, hey, Simon, it's good to see you, bud. When people would say about her having the background noise throughout the AM hours. She said back then that he gets nightmares. This was during Idaho 4. He gets nightmares, so I have him on the couch behind me. And it's like, well, I imagine that hearing about the brutal murders of 4 young adults may be the reason or the cause. You know, it's like, and when you say shit like that, they're like, oh, well, you're obsessed with her kids. No, the fuck I'm not. No, the fuck I'm not. I hear what I hear, and you're not going to tell me that I'm not allowed to acknowledge what I hear because you don't like what I hear because it hurts your fucking feelings because you have to face reality on the fact that a lot of people out here think you're a shit-ass person. But I don't have to pretend that I didn't hear what I heard because you will label me obsessed with somebody's fucking kids. You're not going to gaslight me out of my motherfucking reality. Let's make that very goddamn clear. There's nothing to be obsessed about. It is literally pitiful. It is disgusting. It is despicable. It is lazy. It is ignorant. And if it were anybody else, the same people defending it and making excuses for it would absolutely, without a doubt, have a lot of shit to say about others. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to gaslight people that we can't speak on what we hear. If you don't want people to speak on those things, stop allowing them to be heard. Not a difficult concept. And not only that, but then you got the whole, it was a misidentifying of a bug. Shut up, reality. Shut up. They're not fucking 4, 5, and 6 years old. They're not misidentifying bugs. And then what kind of bug was it then, reality? What kind of bug was it? If it wasn't a cockroach, what kind of bug was it? What bug makes it better? What bug do you want us to believe was saw or seen? Which bug? I mean, even that, it's like, now you're going to lie to the, make the kids like they're idiots. Oh, it was a misidentifying of a bug. Okay. And you were misidentified as a good fucking Christian woman. Amen. Now you guys are going to get me on a damn rant. Right, Jason. What bug is okay? What bug is permitted? What bug should we claim it to be? Imagine how fucked up that can make somebody. I know how fucked up it's been for me being gaslit by this woman for 4 years, right? Imagine having somebody tell you that you're constantly wrong because it harms their public image. Just fathom that. Fathom somebody always saying, right, most kids would say, Mom, there's a bug. Mom, there's a spider. No, this was very particular. Mom, there's cockroaches, plural. You know why? Because there was likely cockroaches. So I just want to make it very clear. I believe you, child. I believe you. Exactly, beats him. There, what are the odds? There were already speculation of the cockroaches, and then all of a sudden that's being shouted. Is it humiliating? Yes. Perhaps put on the bed first. Oh, it's because he's behind me. He couldn't see me. I was looking for my glasses. Then explain the snoring. Explain the snoring. Has everybody heard it? I can play it. I can play it in the background if you guys haven't heard it. Put a 1 in the chat if you haven't heard what we're speaking about. Play it. Oh. Lots of 1s or lots of troublemakers, and I don't care which way. Okay. This one, folks, broke my heart. I don't know where the sound comes out of here, but we'll find out. We will find out. Sound up. Let me put it into the headphone. Oh, I sure did, peekaboo. You know why? Because the internet chose Petty. She doesn't, Lucci. You're wrong. She doesn't. I live in her head. Because if I didn't hear this clip and hear this woman trying to make fun of the way I speak, I don't know. Maybe it turns Craig on. Who knows? But I find it weird that I hadn't been live in days, haven't spoken about her, haven't even been participating in chats, and all you hear is glasses. Yeah, that's weird, bro. You're weird. By the way, hit the thumbs up. Hold on, where's the volume? Hold on. Which one's the speaker on the phone? I don't know. Let's just put the headset on the phone. And you guys can see which way it comes out. Volume up. Let's put this volume up. Yep.
I'm going to do this again. This whole freezing thing. I cannot, bro.
Can you guys hear it? Oh, you know what? Let's put the speaker. I figured you couldn't hear it because I don't have the speaker. Had the headset connected. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Unbelievable to me. Honestly, unbelievable. Get the Crocs out. Plug it in. Turn this thing on. Yeah, everybody's supposed to pretend. You didn't hear what you thought you heard. No way. You didn't hear what you thought you heard. We're going to gaslight you out of reality.
I'm not sleeping.
All right, here we go.
Okay, I need to get my glasses. I need my glasses so we can get started. Hi, Sparkleberry. I don't know. Is my chat gonna?
You heard the way the glasses. We know what she's doing when she says that. The glasses. We know what that is. But go off. Go off, Queen. Hear it again.
Glasses. I need my glasses so we can get started. Hi.
I mean, Heatherlicious, is it any more clear that this woman literally wants to be me? Again, remind you all, I have not been live, haven't been in chats, haven't been making comments. I have no reason to even be on this woman's mind. Oh shit, Iva, thank you. I can't, I'm sorry. Keep strong. Thank you so much, Iva. Thank you. Hi,
Sparkleberry. I don't know. Is my chat gonna do this again? This whole freezing thing, I cannot, bro.
She thinks the chat's freezing when nobody's commenting. Bless her sweet heart. That is so cute. It's so cute. Is my chick gonna do this again? It's the sweetheart. It's the nine active participants. They can't all type at once. Give them a break. Their poor fingers hurt. Now you stop that, all right? It's not their fault. They're doing the best they can. Oh, bless it, bless it, bless it. All right, here. Excuse me, Nelly. Excuse me. I know this might scare you, but just hold on, move. That's not popular. It's definitely not popular. What is being watched in the background that, you know, the woman stops, look at her camera, and then smashes her face? What is that? You guys hear the wheezing? I like to say that Samuel trying to escape, but listen to the wheezing, okay?
She stops, looks at the camera, and then smashes her face.
You hear that? That's breathing. That's just like sleeping. Now you hear the... I've been telling you it's an exorcism, B10. It's the demons trying to escape, bro. I've been saying it.
Mom, you're sleeping. Honey, no.
And then you hear the wake up. You literally hear the suck in of the drool. You literally hear the moment this person awakes. You see the demon. You hear it's alive. It's alive. You hear it. You literally hear it. Listen closely again, my friends. Dang, you retracted your comment that I pinned. You don't want to be pinned. All right, my bad.
Sleeping. Honey, no.
You hear the wake up. Put a 1 in the chat if you hear the wake up. You hear the wake up. She sucks in the drool. You hear it. Anybody else hear? You hear it. I mean, we will not be gaslit. No mo. Lots of ones hear it. You hear it. We all know that. Oh shit, was I sleeping? Slipping up the slur. We hear it.
Oh, I'm not. Give me 1 second, guys, please. Give me one.
Now, at this moment, she gives a look. She gives the look. The look. We all know the look. It's the same look that Craig was afraid of when he heard the porn pop up on his stream.
Honey, no, I'm not. Give me 1 second, guys, please. Give me 1 minute. Oh, I'm sorry. Baby, I'm not.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my motherly heart. It aches.
Sleeping.
And again, she thinks the chat's frozen. No, TJ's just busy. Happily Dolly Days just isn't calm. The chat is not moving. It is not moving.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing then, Mom? What are you doing? And again, does this sound like a little that might misidentify a bug? No, this is a preteen, damn it.
I'm trying to find my glasses and you, oh my Lord. So
I would love to know what was said right there. Can anybody clear it up? What was said right there?
Lord. So
you still haven't found them? Is that what was said? You still haven't found them?
So let me tell you, glasses and you, oh my Lord. So
probably said they're right the fuck in front of you, Mom. Probably what the fuck you really said, but yeah. I believe I hear. You sound funny. You sound funny. All right, hold on.
And you, oh my Lord. So
you sound funny. Oh. Literally. My God. Oh.
Let me tell y'all this because they're going to run with that. My son is behind me on the couch. He can't see me.
What time was it? What time was it that this took place? Anybody know what time it was? Yeah, you know what? I had a whole rant the other day. When we 1 to 3 a.m., 1 a.m., okay. When we cover, cases, we hear about children that are kidnapped, children that are unalive, children that are neglected. I watch videos where CPS goes to the house, the kid escapes the house, whatever it may be. And these are the type of things that are the markings. And I'm tired of people saying, by speaking on it, you are speaking on children. No, ma'am, I am not. I am speaking on parenting. And when you put your parenting up for public display on a public stage, on a public platform, you allow people to dissect what is heard, what is seen.
And I'm getting quiet, and he's scared that I'm falling asleep because then he'll be awake by himself.
Oh, you ever consider that maybe hearing the horrific, horrible things you were saying are leading them to not be able to sleep? Oh gosh, it's the future, man. It's so sad. The lasting impacts all of this will have is so sad.
So for the haters that want to run with it, go ahead. You're going to run with it anyway. Y'all always do.
Run with it. Now you're going to do the whole reverse Darvo thing. I'm the victim. They're the bad guys. They're going to run with it, but they always do. How can you not run with it, Brittany? How can people not discuss that? You know damn well if it was anybody else, it would be discussed. Now it's our fault that you fall asleep the moment you hit live.
So yeah, that's the whole thing with that. Neil's having a tough night.
Now you tell us the kid's name. He's having a tough night. So let's this is what gaslighting is. Ready? Let's break down the several levels of gaslighting we have here. Let me get my pen and paper, although it won't be necessary, but let's do it. So we got the whole I'm not sleeping. Gaslight number 1. Immediately followed by a sorry, because now they're at fault. She's not. Then you got the haters. The haters are going to take this. So again, she's not at fault. We are. Then you got the child's name, and he's having a hard night falling asleep. So now it's his fault that happens, not hers. This is what gaslighters do. They will try to take your reality from you. Horrible. Horrible.
And I don't know. Anyway, give me a second. Let me grab my glasses. Okay.
Oh, now you need a second to grab your glasses. You just had about 40 seconds, damn near a minute to grab the glasses that we all know were sitting right there in front of you. Had nothing to do with glasses. I was sleeping. How long was that silence? Let's see.
I need to get my glasses. I need my glasses so we can get started. Hi.
Again, I still think it's weird you want to wear my skin, but go on.
Sparkleberry. I don't know. Is my chat going to do this again? This whole freezing thing? I cannot.
Come on, hurry up and type. Reality wins. She thinks the chat's frozen.
All right, bro.
I cannot, bro. 37, 38-year-old woman. I cannot, bro. All right, silence right here. Starting here.
I don't know. Is my chat going to do this again? This whole freezing thing? I cannot, bro.
All right, so starting here, we have silence, right? Let's see how many seconds of silence. Well, stop, Chloe. 10. Wheezing. $30 seconds.
Mom, you're sleeping.
Honey, no.
35 seconds of sleeping. 35 seconds. But no, nobody heard what they thought they heard. Now, to make it a little less heavy, let's hear this one. Oh, I know, Angel. You can hear it, bro. You hear it. Listen, again, I won't be gaslit out of my reality, and I encourage all of you to stand against it, too, by hitting that thumbs up. Take a moment to double tap the screen. If you haven't, please, I would appreciate it.
There's so many disasters and happening everywhere, man. I'm amazed by the volcanoes that are waking up.
The volcano's waking up. I'll tell you what, he played it off, but you do much better. He did much better than she did because she would have gaslit everybody. They didn't hear what they heard. It was something else. He moved right along. So at least he knows how to handle it better than she does. But you can't make up this comedic gold. I know, Katie. I mean, but ultimately it's not our issue, right? If she doesn't have good people around her that care enough to help her and guide her, it's not up to us to do it. You know what I mean? We can't do anything about it. We can just watch the volcanoes erupt. Oh, don't, Snazzy. I know, Snazzy, no. I know, Mama Michelle. What is wrong with them? I know. I'm telling you. I don't get it myself. You want to see me corn hating? No, I'm not corn hating. It has nothing to, listen, everybody has to do what they have to do. If that's your way of seeking pleasure, by all means, do your thing. I'm not against it. I think people are humanly, horny. They have needs to be met. And if that's what they need to do to get those needs met, I don't judge it. I don't care. Do your thing. It's just the pure irony of it being publicly shown or heard for everybody. And she's the type to get, she won't even let the man get gas by himself. She's insecure about shit like that. So you don't know Heatherlicious, so I just played it. He's basically doing a TikTok and he goes to open up his browser and it immediately opens up to corn. And you hear the lady moan. And then he tries to carry on, but he immediately looks over at the door that she usually storms in through to see if she's going to come storming in. Plus, I thought it was against like Christianity, but I don't know. I'm not very religious. I don't know all the things about religion. At least I'm honest about it. I'm not going to preach to you all that I'm a God-fearing, God-loving woman, like some others do, just for a few little sympathy points. Sweet. It is looked down upon on Christianity. I believe it would be. You know what else is looked down upon? Well, there's damn near 1,300 people in here, but there's only 664 thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. Tell me what number you are, and I'll tell you what. Oh, there's no way to confirm it. Damn it, never mind. So I imagine they don't sleep in, it's obvious, Angel. Because they made it very clear. When he says, shut my door, she said his room, and he said close at the end of my bed. It makes it very clear. Who's going to be 669? You filthy animals. Ooh, Hartley was 666. Hartley. 665, 672, 694. Who was 669? We need to know. Right, that's the biggest thing, Kathy, not being married. Everybody's ignoring the fact that we were lied to for years about that too. And then, oh, Granny's the devil for telling everybody we're not married. No, Toots, no. Yeah, I would say it's more shameful for you to come out here and lie to people that you are married when you're not. That's actually shameful. Was it you, Mafusa? That's actually... Get low, get low, get low. She also said that she sleeps in a spare room with some weird alien pillow that he showed on TikTok. Oh. That's cute. Listen, I don't even judge on that, if I'm being honest. I understand why people would sleep in separate rooms. A lot of couples do it. They find out they don't, they're not compatible to sleep together. Back in the day, I mean, and I am going to offer a little defense to her, but if you ever watch like I Love Lucy and stuff, they're actually in separate beds and like those old shows, because a lot of couples do that. Is it odd for such a young couple? Absolutely. But at the same time, it's not that abnormal. And we hear the way the demons are trying to escape when she's nodding out. I wouldn't be able to sleep next to that either. Probably drool all over. Ugh. I mean, yeah, it's not really an abnormal thing. But it does go to say, maybe they're not as happily ever after as trying to profess, which is obvious for us. We all know that. Listen, I can't stand it. Chloe, these birds haunt me. How's this bitch outside bird watching? I'm still braless. I need granny energy. Listen, I'm still in my jammies. My neighbors are probably like, this crazy bitch is out here talking to herself again. That's what the birds say, and I know it. Being judged by birds. So, you know what? Speaking of gaslighting, it dawned on me the other day. We are being majorly gaslit, right? And one of the things that crossed my mind was this whole, what's the word called again? Oh, RICO. You guys familiar with the word RICO? Lauren says, I'm at work, not working. Anybody know what RICO means? Racketeering, influential, corrupt organization? Are you enjoying one of the first days of school in your jammies? Oh, it's not first day of school for us. We're not back to school yet. We still have Labor Day, okay? Rico Suave. Jess, you've always had bird issues. I know. Those Blue Jays just, whew, I'll tell you. Yeah, we're the devils for acknowledging reality. Pattinson's sister needs a home. Ask Nellie. No way, I can't. There's no way. I wish I could, but I can't. Rico or the green team? Exactly, casual art. Like that I can understand. But you know what? I hate her. Yeah, she's an idiot, Phoebe. She's an idiot. She's an absolute idiot. Loki is doing fantastic. So that's an interesting song to listen to. My sister got a little kitten. Epic proportions, yeah. It has nothing to do with it. Tell that to the judge. But you won't. You actually don't get to speak to the judge at all. 7:38. Yes, we are. Snap Ginger. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. So the whole RICO accusations, right? Need we go back in and play that too? It is being denied that Brittany said it was a troll. Yes, she absolutely did. Hold on. We'll go back in and play that. When you get a super chat that says, you know, I think the whole thing was a troll and blah blah blah, and you're like, yep, yeah, I got my own thoughts and my reserve. You're essentially admitting that you had no faith in what you signed, and that is a troll. But go off some more. She would have spoke on a few minutes behind, but she lied about being not married, but she also denied. Yeah, exactly. Lucia, cheesesteaks. Were you puking from drinking? Oh, fuck her. I don't got to give her shit. Potato can ask for whatever you want, bitch. Nobody gives a shit what you want. When you, oh, I want the clip right now. As if we meet the demands of you. You should go check your email again for that C&D and see what's up with that. You should be a little more concerned with that. After all, we all celebrate litigious people, right? We're all down with that. We like that. Even buys memberships, right? Cold weather is coming in this evening. Get yourself a hot chocolate later. Thank you, Wendy. Although it makes me sad that you said that, I'm very grateful that you're thinking of me and hot chocolate. Hey, Shelby. Thank you so much for the Amazon gifts. Oh, my God, that hammerhead. I got to show you guys. Oh, you guys want to see something funny about the appeal? Hold on. I'll tell you. Wait, can I say it? Give me a second to ask if I'm able to say this. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. One moment. Shit. Oh, I got you. Hold on, Dr. Snowflakes. Okay, sorry. I had to text and ask if I'm allowed to bring this up to you guys. I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to make sure I'm allowed to say it. You know what, Hartley? I don't want to have to time you out again, but don't test my gangster, okay? Because I'm not like a pumpkin spice gangster. No, don't test it. There's nothing sweet and nice over here about, I do love fall, but it's still summertime. I want to mention to you all what they had to say about what they did. I don't know if I can though, so give me just a moment. We'll wait and see if we get the answer. In the meantime, I will appease you by showing you my beautiful Crocs. Let me take them off my beautiful feet, because you have to pay for only feet if you want to see them that way. All right. Gosh damn it, if this camera flips the wrong way, I shall cry. Because I just didn't want to admit that I'm with Clue and I'm still braless, sitting outside. Oh, gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Akira. Okay, I can. All right, so I'm going to pull it up. Give me a second. Here's the Crocs. Jesus. If it faces the right way, we shall pray. Oh, yeah. Look at them. Look at them. Oh my gosh, look at the Jolly. Look at the Jolly Rancher. And then it says Jolly Rancher here. I don't know if I'll keep the Jolly Ranchers on there, but you know I'm keeping the watermelons. Oh my gosh, they are so cute. Can't tell me nothing. I'll be walking down the beach like I own that shit. Like, cracking out. Jolly Rancher. Design on the back. Love it. They're cute, but nope, I know. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little embarrassed to wear them out in public, but I'll wear them down the beach. I don't care. Look, cheesy, perfect timing. I hope you like them. I know you love the beach and ocean. Wanted you to have a little of it at home. Oh, thank you so much, Shelby. I have to grab them to show them. It was really cute. All right, now we're done with the Crocs. But I can show you this now. You wish I would, not until I am fully dressed. Turning 51 and wearing long skirts, being comfortable. Oh, there you go. I know people that wear muumuus. They can actually melt in the sun. Crocs can melt. What is my, the vacuum mop? Mova, M-O-V-A. All right, so you guys want to hear how they, so let's get up over to here. I'm going to show you guys on the computer. Hold on. So they filled out, as you guys know, we were waiting for their docket and statement. Now, are you guys familiar with what a docket and statement is in an appeal process? I'm going to give you pure humor here. Oh. So in a appeal process, you have to do what's called a docket and statement. And the docket and statement is used to provide the court with information about the appeal, including the issues involved, and helps the court schedule the case for argument or settlement conference. Failure to follow the docket and statement can result in a dismissal. So they didn't do their docket and statement. We put in a motion to quash. The quash was granted. And then they turned around, they got the appeal reinstated, which they're celebrating. Again, no big deal. We expected it. We'll still win on the merits, right? So anyway, they're late. They're late on putting in this docket and statement. But they go ahead and they put it in the other day. You guys want to have a fucking laugh? I don't think the courts will laugh about it. I don't think they'll find it funny. But give me 1 second to pull up my... What is my docket and case number? CV 2024. Anybody know the last issues? The last numbers? It's on my phone, but I'm on my phone, so I can't do it that way. Dang it, what is the number? 69? Hell yeah. It's not 66665. 00983. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. That ain't it. I love it, Onyx. 9803. That's not it either. Dang it. 009083. 009083. There it is. Who did that? Thank you. Thank you so much. You got it right. You are the winner, the attention you asked for. So anyway, they go ahead and they put in their docket and statement. I don't even know if it'll be on this docket, actually. It's probably the other docket. Of course it is. Of course it is. Oh, dang it. Okay, you guys got to hold on a second again. I'm so sorry. 1 second. Okay, so I emailed it to myself. I just called my boss Granny. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You guys ready for this unbelievably... Yeah, but I don't know the website to pull it up the right way. I just sent myself screenshots of a little bit of it. What? All right, hold on, it's coming. Come on, it always takes forever. You guys are going to love this, though, so just stand by. I promise you will love it. You will love it. You will find it to be hysterical. Oh, gee golly. Oh, we had a YouTube baby, Stephanie, probably. Thank you so much for being a member here. I really appreciate you. Now we got to do this the difficult way. But anyway, they basically, they would want this to end. It's like At Night has a humiliation kink. I agree. I agree. Oh, I got to do this the other way. I don't know why it's not sending to myself. So on each question, they ask a question. Now I got to do this again. Hold on. Long story short, because for some reason it's just not sending to myself. Here it is. Okay. So on a docket and statement, there's particular questions that are asked, and you're supposed to give the answer to it. And each answer, you're supposed to actually type it out. Now, this to Superior Court, right? So they want like literal answers. They want to know what your complaint is. Here's what they wrote for mainly every single answer on this. I am shocked. I can't wait to see how Superior Court responds to this. Brief description of action and result are set forth in Plaintiff's Rule 1925B, Statement of Matters Complained of. So instead of answering any of these questions, they simply tell them to go ahead and go look at a different document. Can you imagine having the sheer gall to tell the superior courts that you're not going to take the time to answer their questions that you already did, so for them to go pull up a separate document and seek out the answers? Can you imagine being this fucking ballsy? It's literally their answer on almost everything. Oh, and not a real signature either, if I may add. This is a typed out signature, but issues are set forth in plaintiff's rule statements are complained of. So they're basically telling the courts, I'm not going to answer your questions. I already did. Go find the answer. Can you fathom? List all related cases pending in any court. Now, I had a question if maybe Tony's case should have been listed here, but I don't know, right? So who knows? Should the protective orders been listed here? I don't know. But I do know this is their answer to everything. Issues are set forth in Plaintiff's Rule 1925B, Statement Matters Complained of. They don't even have the courtesy. They don't even have the fucking drive to write out these answers as requested. Can you fathom? That's what he said, Bomba G. It just makes it harder to even argue against anything because they're so ignorant and lazy in the way they do things. So this is literally how most, I'm not even bullshitting, this is their answers. Issues to be raised on appeal. Now, an attorney who gave a shit, because I don't know who wrote this. I don't know who the scrivener is. But an attorney who actually gave a shit would never say, go look up another statement. They would put the answers that are requested here. Even if you wrote it out 10,000 times before, you write it out 10,001 because you give the courts what they're requesting. Can you believe it? This is what we got, folks. This is what we got. Go look for the answers yourself. I couldn't believe it. I said, that's not real, right? That's not real. It is disrespectful to the court. It's extremely disrespectful. And this is how I feel about it. If you're that lazy, you're that arrogant, you're that incompetent, perhaps you shouldn't even do the appeal. It should be dismissed on the basis that they don't even care to do what's required of them. And not only that, but they've had how long to do this? An extra 3 months at this point to do this? I think it's purposefully to stop the process, which I think, my opinion, is the entire legal game. Well, as agreed upon, let me pull this back up, since people are, somehow denying the statement was made. Yeah, and this is what I have to pay to defend. This is what I have to pay to defend against. That's what you get with it. You get the difference between a free attorney, Lyra, and one that charges. How do you defend against that? Unreal. Unbelievably. All right, where is this video? I know people denied. And you can spin it how you want and say, oh, that's not what she said. That's not what that means. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Ask an attorney if it will hold up in court. Yes, it is. Well, let me pull it up. Dang it, I know I opened it before. It's not in my history. Did I thumb it? Hold on. They think they're being cute. Right, it's not cute. This is Superior Court. This is the big leagues. Why isn't Tony Seth's BHB court cases mentioned? I don't know. I'll be mentioning mine as soon as I can. I'll keep you all updated on that. As soon as I can. I got to pull this up on another. I can't because I'm live. Their appeal should have came with a decoder ring that would be right. Right. The courts ask you a question, you show them respect and answer it. You don't tell the judges to go look at a different document for the answer. I knew it would be kicked simply over Hong's X post. What a piece of shit. It was a stall tactic. I hope it is a hero's D for higher penalties, and I would add TTT lawsuit and the crap BJ has done in Lesniak. Absolutely. Thank you, Shelby. They're not getting away with it. I was baffled. I couldn't believe the nerve. Can you fathom the nerve to tell the courts, I don't care what you asked me for? I don't care what you asked me for. I'm not giving you the answer because I already wrote it. Go look at it over there. Piobi said, I heard a video of so Jules, which was Britney's friend that made that horrific anti-Semitic song where she compared Britney to what the Jewish people went through. Yeah, that one. But she was saying how stupid it was to have a fundraiser for $10,000 for reviewing content that is not against TOS to review from BJ's own friend. Was the document they referenced a big-ass rambling thing? No, Hartley. It was so during an appeal process, the judge will often say, well, what exactly is it you're appealing? And that's put in a document of matters complained of on appeal. In this case, they put that in, and the judge even made note that she did not request it. The judge didn't give a shit what their reasoning was for an appeal. She didn't care. She didn't want to hear their reasoning. Anyway, they put it in anyway. The judge notes that they put that in, but they didn't respond to our request for punitive damages, blah, blah, blah. So the reasons they put in there were like, oh, the judge denied us discovery, which isn't true. It's not true. The judge didn't deny them discovery. The judge denied a continuance at the SLAP hearing because you wanted discovery. You had months prior to that to start discovery. Matter of fact, when my attorney was trying to do his job and he was beginning discovery, it was stated that he was harassing somebody. Put a 1 in the chat if you recall that. When my attorney tried doing his job and he wanted to start the process of discovery and he was told that he was harassing. He was harassing her. So that's a lie that the judge said, no, you can't do discovery. She never said that. She said, I'm not going to continue this hearing for discovery because, one, you're the initiator of the filing. You say you have 100,000 hours of podcasts in your pockets. You shouldn't need a discovery. 2, it would be our side that we get to ask for a continuance on the basis of discovery. So that's their type of reasons, partly. They weren't allowed discovery. The judge denied their exhibits. They didn't try to turn in for 4 or 5 months. The judge denied their exhibits. The judge denied their request for a gag order, despite there was irrefutable proof that we live streamed the court hearing. Which I would love to know where your proof is that anybody live streamed. You don't think there's cameras in that courtroom? You don't think they would have known if somebody was in there holding up a phone live streaming? What an asinine fucking thing to put in a document. I'm sorry, I was cutting open a package. Lick locked, sorry. So, their complaints, their matters complained of are ridiculous. They do lie a lot, Pretty in Pink. They're actually lying in declarations, which is insane to me. But they don't respect our judicial system, obviously. If they did, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing, right? I thought they were being a little dramatic misfit. Thank you. The whole purpose of anti-SLAPP is to stop the very shit the plaintiffs are still doing. Appeals should have never been allowed. I know, and here's the thing, because of course I've said this to my attorney hundreds of times. I don't understand how they're allowed to appeal a SLAPP suit. It counteracts the whole purpose of the SLAPP suit, right? But, like he said, everybody has a right to an appeal. It is what it is. Like, it is a constitutional right to have an appeal. And you can't just take away somebody's constitutional right to an appeal. Although I think you should be able to. That's the Mr. Blue, her saying she's never had a day in court, like, ever. We never even had a court hearing. Never. Yes, we did. How did we record a hearing if we were never on the hearing? Still needs to see the rules and boundaries from this new anti-SLAPP law. That's why I think, Lindsay, they even are entertaining this, because they need to have it set in superior court, which makes it case code, whatever it's called. So basically, it'll be precedent set in case law. The courts will come in. They will make a final judgment on this. I'm sure it'll go in our favor of being a SLAPP suit. And then they will have it written in the books for any case that comes along in the near future to reference this perfect example, as the judge stated, as to what legislators fought for years to stop. When this is denied, there's a chance they can they can ask the Supreme Court to hear the case, but you have to get permission from the Supreme Court. You don't get to just say, hey, Supreme Court, I'm coming to you. The Supreme Court has to agree to hear it, and I can't fathom the Supreme Court will agree to hear this. But who knows? You never know, right? Can't really say for certain. Sorry, I gotta feed Nelly. Dude, I still can't believe You would think now, like, all right, if she wants to continue, like, I know she's over there still saying things. No, Oki, but there is movement, once I can tell you. She wants to sit over there and pretend that she wasn't part of, that her filing was separate and still act all ignorant. If you have access to an attorney, why aren't you asking him? Why aren't you asking the attorney if that's true? If you claim that you're paying an attorney right now, go ask him if what you're saying is true before you continue to embarrass yourself. How dare you continue to lie and say that your filing is separate from everybody else's? You don't join in on joint litigation to turn around and say it's separate. It's literally annoying. If I were your attorney, I would be asking for a D test. I don't think he can. Hey, Tara Lee. The other thing is, in an appeal process, you don't get to give new evidence, right? So they don't get to put in all these new exhibits or these new claims or any of that. The appeal process goes strictly off the trial court record and whatever was documented during trial court, which is a lot. You should tell the courts BHB has form for this? Has form for this? What do you mean? Oh, and that she doesn't know what others accused in said filing, and she should have read it. You don't put your signature on something you never read. Again, that the ignorance is not an excuse. She'll still be held accountable. They approved someone unaliving a dog and turned down a land suit with 100% should have been heard. The Superior Court is and will have always been the next step since this new law. There's no limit, Laura Lulu, no. She's an actual fool. We throw things like that around, but BJ really is a fool. You know what, though, psyops? Is she or does she pretend to be? Right? Has she gotten away with things by giving off this, I'm just so stupid act? Because I do think that's what it is. Fortunately, the Supreme Court of the USA has much settled case law that has upheld our right to free speech, expression, even if outrageously offensive to the listener. Yep. I agree, Liza. It's ridiculous. She does play dumb. BJ says she regrets ever involving herself in this, and she will eventually have a lot to say on it. She will pull the idiotic card later. That's what happens when your personal vendetta is stronger than your common sense. Which I imagine is why you're trying to speak like me, even though I haven't been live in days. It's an act, Rebel Soul. It is all part of the image she portrays. The overweight, sweet, Christian, moo-moo wearing, God-fearing, innocent, can't fucking do anything without being a victim is all an act. It's calculated and manipulated. No doubt in my mind. She's not that dumb, though, Purple Haze. She's not. She's ignorant, again, but she's not dumb. I think she's gone around most of her life acting like she's unaware. When she said glasses, Gary? Right, she's gotten away majority of her life by manipulating and gaslighting everybody, no doubt about it. I'm telling you, I really truly believe in my heart of heart that she is a covert narcissist. I believe it through and through. She's a con artist. She's all the things. She's diabolical, right? She's manipulative. She's a con. Everything about her is part of the act. She spins that stuff, but it comes from lack of judgment and prudence. Also, she functions as a source of casual entertainment through her ignorance online, at least not when not filing suits. She thinks deleting her lies will save her. They won't, because you have a preservation letter. That's the other thing. Although your side did not even begin discovery, our side did. And you have to abide by that. So when the lawyer sends a preservation letter, you're to preserve all evidence, including live streams. Some days I think she may be intelligent enough to play stupid. Some days I think she is stupid enough to play smart. Most days I think she's dumb and she thinks she's smarter than everyone else. Yeah. It's a difficult one, for sure. What I find laughable about her striking people is that she waited to raise damn near $8,000+ to start striking people. Is her audience that naive that they don't realize she could have done that for free? Why does she need $10,000 to learn how to strike somebody? She ripped a lot of people off. Hey, Pink October. You know what, Casual Art? I agree. Casual Art says, I truly believe people are born this way and just bloom by experience. I do believe that your life experiences form you to who you are, right? Like me having to have retained 4 lawyers in the past 2 years has taught me more things about the law than I would have ever known. And it does begin to shape you in every format, right? I do believe that due to Brittany's lack of worldly experience, the fact that she had children so young and then went on to have more children so young and kind of play house, and they don't like leave she doesn't go outside much. She doesn't, there's no like cultural experience going on there. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like she's going into her city and she's learning about the city. She's not going to zoos, aquariums, museums. She's not out interacting in the world. She's not getting any worldly experience. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how else to say it other than that. And because of that, it certainly stunts your personal growth. She didn't use her email to copyright Queen. She used a totally different email. Well, Queen can argue that then. Right, like you don't grow. You never grow. Like you here's the difference, right? There's knowledge, and then there's like life experiences, right? Like I don't know how to explain it. I actually heard somebody say it the other day, and I guess the perfect way to say it. Intelligence or knowledge lets you know that a tomato is a fruit, right? But it is wisdom that tells you that a tomato, although it's a fruit, you don't put it in fruit salad. She doesn't have either of that. She likely doesn't know a tomato is a fruit, and she's likely never put together a fruit salad a day in her life. It doesn't require much she just doesn't do anything. Granny, please run the short, read BJ trolling herself. All right, I'll pull that up. Queen wasn't streaming her. Queen had another video playing. It was heard through Clue. Oh, I don't know. I wasn't watching, so I don't know what happened. Yes, thank you so much, Jen Sparky. I certainly will. And Brianna, thank you for your super chat. Nor does she care to know. Right. She'll stick to gummy bears and immature things. Like, you know what it is? It's like mentally stunted at a teenage year. Oh, thank you so much, Miss South Pauls. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Good morning, Brandy. Some people get mentally stunted at a certain age, and a lot of times that happens due to addiction. It can be done due to trauma. It can be done for many reasons, and without the proper step work, without going through, some type of therapy or a 12-step program, or even just some type of, self-awareness, it's hard to get past that place. And I truly, full-heartedly believe that she has been mentally and emotionally stunted. And I think that all of them, including the Green Team members, are right there with her. I think it is all part of their act, if you will. They try to act like they're clever. They chatgpt some shit. They throw together some lazy, ridiculous idea that they're, ninjas of the night and they work for the elite and they live in this fantasy land where in their world they are correct and they are right and they are real. But to the rest of us who can see through that facade, we know that they are nothing more than overgrown children. You know what I mean? She is constitutionally incapable of being rigorously honest with herself. Perhaps. And the truth scares them. Because they know deep down that they are everything we say they are, which is why they want nothing more than to silence us. Well, she's a liar, Sunset Gazing, because anybody who was ever even remotely friendly with Brittany knows that the biggest thing that bothers her is numbers. If one person unsubscribed from her channel, she would have a little fit over it. So she's a liar. She says what she hears other people saying. Like it was me that said, your sub count is nothing more than an ego booster. What really matters is the active participants, the people that come back every day, the people that interact on your channel. Your sub count is nothing more than a feel good. What really matters are the people that stay and come and they listen and they, participate. But they live in this world of where they parrot other people. She parrots everybody she hears on the internet, everybody she idolizes and wishes she was like in one way or another, rather that be because they have big support, because they are funny, whatever it is. She tries to mimic that. And then these guys, they parrot policemen and attorneys and things that they wish that they were able to be in life, but will never successfully be because they're nothing more than wannabe incels. And they live in this fantastical world, a world where people online are running a RICO, a world where telling the Superior Court to go look at another document is acceptable. It's unbelievable to me how fake these people are. I will never not be amazed that people like this walk amongst us, that these people are able to kind of blend in and act like they're normal. Exactly, Catherine. And the way she tries to be funny and cute is through other people, through copying what other people say and do. Because there's zero originality, because she's insecure with herself. I mean, it's really not, it doesn't even take like a psychological degree to read through these people. It really doesn't. They never launched, so pretend is all they have. Probably makes talking to their parents just slightly less difficult because they can pretend they aren't abject failures. Right. Hey, Air Force vet. Chased with the cops and crashed. She got a drug DUI and is in the hospital waiting to go to jail. I did not. Is he all right? Oh, I know, nonsense. I know. That's all right, though. But don't mention the fact that one woman admitted that she got finger banged and ear sight of young ears. Don't mention that. We're okay with Hong sitting over on there and, sexually harassing people. That's all right, because he didn't just sexually harass me. He also defamed. That's a defamatory statement against my attorney. My attorney who's not incompetent, who's not a back alley attorney, who is a well-established attorney, who doesn't take lightly to the fucking games and gimmicks these guys are playing. Just like when Ad Knight messaged Barbecue's attorney, Mr. King, and had the sheer audacity to even email him. And they wrote back to Joe Lesniak, Joe, while this nonsensical shit may amuse you, it certainly does not us. Don't ever have your clients directly contact me again. Like, people don't play the games that these guys play. So when you're making allegations of sexual misconduct against an attorney, yeah, I think you done fucked up. I think you may have just fucked up a little bit. Oh, what did he say, May? He said that that my currency is blowjobs, not money. And he said that in response to Barbecue State and how much money they've cost us, which I don't know why, because they don't give a shit. I agree. I'd also argue what Hong did on X was an attempt to intimidate a witness involved in active litigation through the sexually harassing comments. I mean, these are the same guys who said that they have the power to put me in the Me Too movement and the power to take me out. Yeah, it's not funny. I said this long ago about the Green Team. They live in a video game reality. I come here for you, Granny, your personality, real, funny, and strong AF. Oh, thank you, In the Pines. That's really cool of you. Thank you. He is furious because he didn't just sexually harass me. He accused my attorney of a horrendous claim. I laughed at Craig's flex about owning homes and debt free. Dude, you don't owe them. You worked for them. You got them because your dad died. Right. Was it just me and Barbecue listed on the RICO? Officially, yes. Officially recognized by the courts, it was just myself and Barbecue. And the thought crossed my mind the other day. When they say that I'm part of a RICO, which part of the RICO am I, right? Like, am I the high up? I wish they would answer me this. Hong, I know you're likely listening. You got nothing better to do, so come sit down. Well, you probably are, but stay where you are and just answer me this. As far as the RICO goes, am I high on the podium? Am I like the main RICO? Am I like, Scarface sitting there with the cigar? Am I like the mob boss? Or am I the kid that throws the tennis ball to let them know the cops are coming around the corner? Which one am I? How high up on the RICO am I? No, Hong's not pudgy. Hong is obese. Hong is fat. He's obese. He's like 5 foot and 600 pounds. Yeah, am I the head bitch in charge, or am I like the little guy? I'd love to know. He asked for homes and said, provide it. He always gets what he asks sad for. I've come a long way. I own my house. Would you be the grandmother instead of the godfather? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I like that. Instead of the godfather, I'm the grandmother. I just want to know my position on the RICO. I also want to know, and maybe Tony can answer this one. If I'm part of a RICO, and everything I do is on behalf of the RICO organization, why didn't you sue the RICO organization? Why'd you sue me? Oh my gosh, I did. You want me to show everybody? Hold on. Come on, we got to go back in. Granny Gotti, I like it. The Godmother. I'm changing my name. My channel's going to be Godmother's Watching. Godmother's Watching. How is Hong affording the food intake? I don't know. I think it might be Nikki Poo's meatloaf special. How is Tony seeing all of this? Here's a question, May. At Night recently said that somebody in the past 10 to 21 days has withdrawn and been quiet and blah, blah, blah. Therefore, they think that they have woken up to the horrors that is the RICO organization, and they plead for them to come forth right now and tell all that you may know. They also go on again to state that if Sebastian is no longer alive, people have blood on their hands. Because somehow, this child being missing is the internet's issue and not the parents. So that's right. Us little subscribers and content creators, if this child isn't found, we all are responsible. Riddle me hell, I don't know. But while asking that question, it dawned on me, the only people that have been quiet and have been withdrawn and have essentially disappeared would be no other than Tony Mathis and Seth Rogers. So did they come to some realization? Did Tony come to a realization? Right? Fair question to be asked. All right, let me show you guys. I don't know if this will pick up good. I can try. Location, location, location. That's all I got. All right, so look at this adorable. Is this a bracelet? It's a bracelet that Shelby sent. I can't get it in focus. But it is. Am I still here? The chat froze again. Hold on. I got to bring it out here with me. Coming right back. I moved too quick. You guys can probably hear me. All right. Sorry. You guys could see it. Okay. So she sent that. And then she sent... It's the funniest thing. Then she sent this adorable guy. Oh, he's not standing up now. But he's a... Gee, golly. I liked mixed metals. A little reminder, you are fantastic. Whew. How sweet is that? Some days bring rough waters, and that's okay. And then this, I love. Oh my gosh. How unbelievably cute is that? I can't wait to get a hammerhead tattoo. He is so cute. This I'm going to try to put into like a keychain. Amazon. I guess that's my my RICO payoffs. Thank you so much, Shelby. Best week of summer is Shark Week. You know what's not great though? I love the cat holding the trident, right? So cute. Shelby, that might make you part of the RICO. I don't know, though. I don't know. It's like sending gifts to the godmother. Oh, thank you, Moon Dogs. It really means a lot. My son is obsessed with the positive potato characters. They're really cute. I hate potatoes, though, because I know somebody who is a potato. It was very thoughtful. She has bribery. They're gonna enter that as exhibit 7002, and it's gonna be proof of a RICO because my subscribers sent me gifts off of Amazon. Me too, Sarah Q. Sharks are actually amazing, but I wish they would tell me which part of the RICO I am. Am I high up? Am I low down? And don't ever forget too. We also have. Oh, that's right. The glass wind chime. I have that too. It's so pretty. It's my favorite color. It actually matches my nails. I didn't let all the whatchamacallits go down yet though. It's still tied up. Wouldn't that be the father's fault because he had everyone to stop searching and will need everyone to stop saying his child's name? I agree. And perfectly me. It would not be the internet's fault. And it's actually gross for an organization that claims to be of an intelligence group to even make the accusation that somebody else would have blood on their hands. It's just unprofessional. It's unrealistic. What are they protesting, Rocky? The fact that he still hasn't been cleared? Yeah, I hate the fact that she shares a birthday with my loved one, which really sucks. Does she share a birthday with Katie Proudfoot too? We all know you cashed in your tickets on the official RICO Rewards website. Hell yeah. I want to know, is Seth and Tony, are they going to be there? After all, he's a private citizen, so. You could do that, AK. Talk about true crime while building Legos. Great, I need a gold pinky ring. I need a gangster-ass pinky ring. What's this protest about? I guess the fact that he's still a suspect. I don't know. There are protests how poorly the investigation has been. Oh. Interesting. That's very interesting. I don't know if I agree that they've done a poor job or if there's just not much proof of anything, but surely I can understand the frustration of it all. He has a very public thing to be given, right? I agree. He's a private citizen. It's all defamation. They try to destroy your reputation and reputation of this entire community. Yeah, don't forget when Nick was conversing with Queen. Remember when Queen was fucking with Nick and said, just please be my friend? And Nick responded, maybe in a different time, blah, blah, blah. And then he said to Queen, don't worry, I only put your name on the filing to see if we can get a reaction out of somebody. Who's a suspect? Seth said that he was a suspect. I don't know if he is or not. Seth said it. You guys remember that? And then, so Queen came up and gave the screenshot. And then Nick went and posted the entire conversation on his ex, further proving, one, that he is him and that those texts were true, but also that he's at night. And he said, not for Queen not to tell anybody because he doesn't want to be laughed at. See, I have a working theory here. My theory is they wanted to sue JLR, but because they've had private conversations with JLR, they know that JLR could have destroyed them financially and publicly. They thought that they would fear us, intimidate us into silence. They never thought we'd fight back, which is why they put that we couldn't fundraise. They thought, one, we wouldn't have the means, and two, they could just get us to be quiet. I think their ultimate goal was to get at JLR, and I think that they really truly believed that we were all connected to JLR in one way or another. And in their fantastical minds that they would be able to do depositions and get information that doesn't exist, but in their world it does, because they're so slimy, they're so scummy, that they're absolutely doing shit behind the scenes like plotting and planning and all these things. And I know they are, because they got a fucking mole. Still. They know JLR would have destroyed them in litigation. So instead, they try to come through us. Because everything that has been stated, JLR essentially stated first. Good morning, A-Thread. Give me 1 second so I can ask if I can read something. Okay, sorry. Seth knew to contact JLR first. Right, he sought people out. The time they spent on conspiracies first actually searching, doing the groundwork. Exactly. I can't wait until they have to tell us who is at night and show what type of work they've done that they're claiming we... Do you know what else I love? Anybody notice ever since TMZ, and I think I said this the other day, ever since TMZ has been made aware of this, they're back to selling out that this has to do with Sebastian. But if you read the entire filing, it was nothing but hurt feelings that had nothing to do with Sebastian. Nothing at all. Yeah, Dr. Snowflakes. When T-Rab came out saying he was seeing Magnolia, that was mental, and JLR ignored him. Well, JLR doesn't engage with this type of shit publicly. I mean, don't forget, T-Rab was out here saying that Seth Rogers wanted him to purchase him a gun. In my opinion, they thought Granny and Barbecue didn't have an education, and it was to scare them. Well, that's also BJ's opinion, according to her agreeing with a commenter. She thinks the same thing. They never thought we would fight back. You gotta fight for your right to free speech. That's because she has no education. I agree. You know, at some point she kept saying I dropped out of the 8th grade, which is such a stupid thing to say. But it dawned on me, why would somebody say that? Like, why would you just make up that somebody dropped out at a certain educational level? And I said, oh, that's right, because these motherfuckers, they project. You know, when you accuse people of running an organization and then you make a post that says the organization, our organization, appreciates the court's recognizing, you are essentially admitting that you are the organization. When you say things like, oh, Granny's currency is blowjobs, I now think your currency is blowjobs because you people project a lot of things. You like to accuse others of what you were doing. Oh, wait, hold on a second. I can't wait until StreamYard's working. BJ admits my beef is only with Granny. Right, so riddle me this, Nina. If I'm this horrible woman who is preventing a missing child from being found, and I am somehow hiding his whereabouts, can somebody tell me how Brittany's personal vendetta ties into that? Can anybody riddle me that? Well, what would that have to do with a RICO hurting your feelings? It's fucking gross. And what Brittany never admits is that I've tried for years to get her to just stop. She tries to say it was her, but you know what? A lot of you have been around for years and you know the truth. And you know that I've made many amends with this bitch and she just wouldn't stop. There's some sick words coming out of their mouths. Oh, I agree. The other thing, when Hong said that we barely have custodies, he said you barely have custodies. Again, it shows your intelligence level. You barely have custodies? You barely have custodies? What does that even mean? Barely have custodies. You know what else? Why are people ignoring the fact that Brittany insisted on having Nick try to search into my custody? First off, of my children, Truth and Karma, he's claiming that me and Barbecue don't have custody of our kids. Listen, I don't know Barbecue's situation, but I can assure you of mine. I have full custody and I've always maintained full custody. Matter of fact, I ironically got some type of letter saying that they're reinstating child support because she's in college. So don't tell me I don't have fucking custody of my kids. It's so gross. But people are ignoring the fact that Brittany asked these creeps that live local to me, that is a parolee for fraud, for framing a government employee, she asked them to look into my children's custody. How come that gets looked over all the time? Being obsessed with kids? Yeah, you want to find out if I have custody of my kids? Let me tell you, Brittany, unlike you, I would never, ever abandon my children. Ever, ever. I have always maintained full custody of my children. Always. May, she made you telling Juliet she didn't think exposing BJ's family trade negative on you. Yeah, that's the other thing, Brittany. Don't ever ask anybody to ever speak up again when you're such a miserable, disgusting, insecure cunt, okay? A word I don't even like. That you can't even take somebody saying the right thing and just give an acknowledgement for that. I hope Julie exposes your entire family. I don't give a shit if she does or doesn't. I don't care. Go ahead and do it. This is why people don't speak up. When Brittany says, how come nobody's speaking up? How come nobody's doing anything? Oh, nonsense, Granny, you're just going to let this happen? When we do speak up, you try to twist it around, right? And let's make it very clear. I didn't say that to protect Brittany. I said that for the betterment of this entire community. When we start accepting things simply because we dislike somebody, perfect example, accusing people of RICO and throwing them in frivolous litigation, that affects the entire community. So, here's how I feel about it. If that's what Julie wants to do it. But I wasn't defending Brittany from that. I was defending the community. But you sure as hell, it wasn't to help her, Lisa. It wasn't to help Brittany. I've said this 1,000 times and I'll say it again. I will never lose my morals because these people are moralists. Just because Brittany passed around my family, just because Brittany's okay with doxing, just because Brittany's okay with looking into children, doesn't mean I'm okay with it. And it was mentioned on my panel, so I made everybody who's my supporter know that I don't like that type of stuff. It's the integrity of the entire community. It wasn't just done for Brittany. If you allow it to be done because you dislike somebody, then you have to accept it when it's done to somebody you do like. I don't know why people don't get it. Julie can do whatever she wants to do. There's nobody to tell people what they can and can't do. She can do what she wants. I just didn't like it being stated on my panel, that's all. How she deals with her is her business. Oh, I agree, Chloe. I agree. Promotes hard proof. There's literal messages of Brittany cheering it on and calling it a great troll. And then he would be on panel, on Brittany's panel, and that what's her name? That stupid bitch. What is her name? Just Irish would be in the chat and would purposely bring up the website so that they could drop it on the panel. They could drop it in the channel. Like, they had it set up that she would purposely bring up the website just so they can have a reason to drop it in the chat. And that's all proven. They thought it was hysterical. Right, they were all laughing about it. Whatever her damn name is. That woman is a hot mess. Right, Colleen. Talking about on my panel is where I had the issue. She can do whatever she wants to do. She's a grown-ass woman. It ain't my business. It ain't my place. But when it's mentioned on my panel, I have to give my opinion that I don't like it. And again, not to protect Brittany or her family tree or any of that bullshit, but the entire community. The hideous, insidious abuses are much bigger than this community. They open the box they can't close. Yeah, and I noticed that Nick's trying to cling on to Grizzly True Crime. And I think I'm going to send her a creator-to-creator email. And when people are saying it was just a website, how's that website? First off, Brittany cries about Kiwi Farms. That personal website dedicated to just Clue and her family was far worse. Far worse than anything that's put on Kiwi Farms. They're all lying about how it's never been dropped. Wow. How do you think people found the website? It's never been dropped. What a dang lie. Yeah, a personal website dedicated to a minor's trauma is far worse than a Kiwi Farm mention that just gives directs to your channel. That's it. Kiwi Farm simply has your channel name, and that's it. They don't have your government name, your kid's name, your address, none of the shit she's saying. That woman's a pathological liar. Imagine trying to pretend everybody you're in such a uproar over something that's not even in existence. Oh my God, they're going to be trafficked. Oh, Angela's a fucking buffoon. Angela's going to end up with a lot more than a C&D this go around. You've already been warned. You thought it was bullshit. Now you're going to find out the hard way. And you yourself are going to figure out how hard it is to fight yourself against litigation. You don't even deserve a second warning. The warning's been sent. And you can keep telling the public that you never received it. It didn't go to your email, but the proof is in my email that it absolutely did. She's just a loser. Brittany's just a loser, man. She really is. I couldn't imagine anybody else, any other creator that could have the amount of dysfunction taking place in earsight of everybody and people just blatantly ignoring it. Nobody else would get the pass to be like, don't mention that. Oh, you got little kids on. Oh, no, nobody can say it. sent her email, but only her husband. So that's a lie. I got the proof. And it nearly got him fired. Please. How many C&Ds has been sent? First off, it was your ex-friend, TT, that told me that's how she got you to stop. You know how many C&Ds this woman has received and she's not even a live streamer? And oh, well, if it almost got him fired, then you should watch your behaviors online. You think you can run around here, harassing and making up defamatory statements against people and shit? Get the fuck out of here. Unbelievable. And she doesn't even make money off of it, B-fam. Just pure misery. Just pure misery. So, oh well. You don't think my behaviors on here have impacted my family's lives? Of course it has. Of course it has. What makes you think that you get you can say and do whatever you want? I mean, she's just going to learn a very hard lesson. Exactly, Angel. At least they got one, right? At least they got one. I didn't even get a C&D. I got just thrown into litigation. So you fail to heed the warnings, then you go forth with what happens. Always instigating, exposing others' trauma, then cries victim when she's called out and rewrites history. Facts. Facts, Nina. Absolutely agree. Always changing history, too. It's disgusting. It's disgusting that anybody, the way she tries to project who and what she is on other people. And every person she's ever fallen out with, which is like 9, 10, 11 different creators, it has always been the same thing. Well, how do you keep getting wrapped up in a personal group with all these horrible people if you yourself aren't horrible? Hey, Mountain, it just amazes me that this person's even still. Yeah. Yep. That's all right, though. I've dealt with you for 3 years. You got your C&D. You've also publicly acknowledged you've gotten your C&D. So what happens next is due to you and only you. I gave my warning. I haven't engaged. You guys don't see me responding to that person or poking at that person or doing any of that, right? And they've been warned. I know, B-fam. While they're still the losers they've always been. I love it for them. We did it! Jennifer and Jen Sparky. She does, doesn't she, Lovey? She's just such a fake bitch, man. Yeah, they see views and numbers, Agent 99. Shows his ex Sarah's private messages DV. White Knight's first deceased ex-wife and then runs to champion for him. Now cries she's a DV victim and don't support him. She's doing that again, Nina? Wait, is she back against Crafton? Her morals aren't based on morals. They're temporary hate bonds. How disgusting. Perhaps Angel. I agree, Choo-Choo. He is Felicia. He's not chubby. He's fat. Of course she did screenshot. We got the proof. She supported him big time after that. Why aren't you ever on camera, Few Manchu? Why don't you get on camera? Then NC denounced her, so now I guess she's trying to get in with the HOA and all beige again. Poor pathetic. Oh, did Natasha denounce her too? How quickly she ran back to that one too. Literally have all the proof in the world. You know what I love? And I said this before and I'll say it again. I think because I was such a loud channel at the time, I got blamed for a lot of shit that was happening to Natasha that I wasn't doing. And there's absolute proof now, like Natasha losing her PayPal, that was Brittany and her friends that did that. Natasha losing her channel, that was Potato. I got the proof of her bragging at her and Crafton of getting the channel down. I love that for her. Why would someone risk their personal life for someone that doesn't give two shits about yours? I don't know, because she's obsessive. She's very, very obsessive. I mean, this is a person who's, people used to say about Chris Proudfoot, he's had 5 divorces. What's that say about him? So has this person. Let that sink in. Don't think I'll be back. Too much. I'm a victim of everyone for me. Yeah, I can't either. Yeah, I don't really care much for it though, Lisa. Friend of my daughter's 8th grade teacher has a potato. Incognito, so not this potato. No, she's not, Baton. I don't know where that came from. Correct and ask Clue to pay for the website. He did that to somebody else. He made a website about them and then asked them to pay to get the domain back. Yeah, Nina, I was encouraged to vent in private, so I didn't do it publicly, just for that person to later use those vents in private against me. That's why I've learned since then, you don't speak to people in private like that. That's so stupid, Pristine. It's not what it was. I was trolling her chat when she kicked me out. It has nothing to do with like a personal person. Obviously, it would have had a different name, which would have been Nana. Not Granny, Nana. It was not directed at her. I cannot wait for Beach to see you in person. Laugh loud. She swears you use filter. Surprise, gonna be epic. Thank you, Angel. Especially because we met in person. Yeah, that's not what it was. That's okay, though. They always do that type of shit. Why would that even make sense? Why would that make any fucking sense? My channel stands for, would you act this way if your granny was watching? It has nothing to do with like somebody's personal granny. It's all grandmothers. Because we're all on our best behavior in front of our grandmothers. It's that I'm not going to keep arguing these stupid ass things. I do love the irony of how ties have turned, right? Two years ago, I'd love to see that. I did see that Women Are Sacred. So now you can hype a creator. You can like give coins and basically, I don't know what it does, but that's what Women Are Sacred just said. Have you guys seen this new hype thing for creators? I just hyped Granny 800 points. It says creators get a bonus. Wow, thank you so much for doing that, Women Are Sacred. I really appreciate that. Those of us who are here during that time know that's not where you got Granny's watching name. Thank you. People have been pulling old clips of you saying this one thing when a clip doesn't say that at all. I love that. Oh, I love that for them. Keep trying. Keep recycling the same old clips from 2, 3, 4 years ago. We'll see how far it gets you. Can't present anything in 2024 or 2025, can you? July, thank you. I don't know how you do it either. It's like some offer thing at the bottom of the... I don't know. Oh, I always say shit to get under people's skin. I do it easily. Hey, Sasha. They get so mad. Even I remember where Granny got her channel name. Thank you, PB&J. Let these people think. Let them flatter themselves. I know, Lindsay. She always has. That's why we always said that's where BJ got it from. That's why I used to call her BJ Jr. B Junior. That's what she is. She's a junior. Exactly, Sam Brown. I've literally said so many times, when I first started my channel, everything was so serious, right? Like the first time you get doxxed, the first time you, all the things. Everything seems like the end of the world. And all of that was happening at that time, and I was very reactive to it. I have since calmed down a lot, realized it's not as serious, not as big. But most importantly, I've got away from people that spend all day literally waking you up to a breakdown of the daily drama all day, all night, all the time. That's all they do. And that's all they still do. It's you know what I mean? And to be honest, I got plenty of old clips too of all these people. We can pull them out. I got plenty of private conversations too that show a lot. You'll lose that moral standing real fucking quick. The difference between me and them is I've admitted to my mistakes. I've apologized for them. I've made my amends. These people don't let you live it down, but they're still doing the same shit. Ask about the messages that are going around right now that show these people stalking a teenager. Ask about that. It is unreal. Exactly, Mrs. M. It wasn't even some of my own, it was her. I laughed so hard, like they are going to go to Florida to attack Natasha. In the clip, you clearly say, go to Florida, file legal papers, not find her. Yeah, that's after she put up my medical documents and actually called my doctor's office. Yeah, I absolutely was very upset about that. And it was like this huge thing. And it could have been. I mean, that is a legal stand-in. Matter of fact, Brittany did it. And it's still in the time frame to be, to file against. And then I took a break, logged off for the summer, reevaluated myself and who I've become, because when you argue with the monster, you become the monster, let me tell you. When you are fighting with filthy ass people that have no problem talking about your children, talking about your private areas, talking about your family members, saying and doing the most filthiest things, you will become as filthy as them trying to argue them. That's so stupid, Jen Sparky. I put up the actual photo. I literally was at the baseball. Why would I lie about being at a baseball game? Kane, Granny never mentions me because she doesn't need any more lawsuits. No, that's not true. Exactly, PB&J. It's exhausting being around the ones we hang around. And not only that, but a lot of these people, they're still the same people they've always been, right? They don't change. They'll never change. That's why they still find themselves in the same positions, doing the same things, being the same piece of shit, because that's who. 9 months, show. We just had a YouTube baby. Congratulations to us. Exactly, psyops. And that's what I experienced. And it was mentally and emotionally draining. It was unbelievable. I was so fucking angry. Like, people were like passing around. I do recall that, Nina. People that were passing around, photos of my daughter in a bathing suit. They're making up rumors of my daughter. They're talking about, her mental health issue. It was a disgusting time. And I reacted in disgusting ways. I said gross things back. Absolutely did. It's easy to get caught up in that way. But show me some shit like that from the past year. Bet you can't. So keep going back to 2024. We don't live there no mo. If someone don't agree with what someone is doing, lifestyle, they won't have nothing in common to hang around. Exactly. And that's why when the same person finds themselves constantly coming out and exposing the creator that they were a moderator for, you have to at some point wonder, how do you keep ending up with all these people that you claim to be so horrible, to attack children, to go real life, and still profess that you're not like that? You are. Matter of fact, I got truth of it. I got the proof of all of it. Oh my God, Dr. Snowflakes. Yeah, they dug up her TikTok and took a video that she made about depression and spread it around the internet and then made all these like remarks and comments. Matter of fact, I recall Natasha saying some shit like, oh, the only mental health problems aren't real. And the only reason a child would have suffer with mental health issues is because the parent's a shit parent. Granny showing how certain someone going nonstop on holidays trying to keep Granny pissed off. I don't know. I don't even give a shit. These people are just stupid. They're the same motherfuckers they've always been. Who wouldn't answer back with the same energy. It had my jaw on the floor. The stuff BJ and her group would say about GW and her kids. Exactly, May. And a lot of people weren't around for that, so they don't know it. They don't know what these people were saying and doing and how bad it was. A lot of us have been here from Granny's first stream. Most of you don't even know half of what Jess and her family has been through. Thank you, Loki's mom. It doesn't justify some of the things I said and did, but it absolutely can offer you some insight into how I got to that place of being that angry. I don't know, Herc. At the time, I thought they did, yes. I'd have to revisit it from a different perspective now because I was being told what was happening. So they claim that they were just calling to see if it was an actual doctor's office, but I still feel they had no business at all calling whatsoever. So then I had to call there and I had to tell them to put like a password on my shit, and yeah, it was a mess. Hey, Ostrich. Came on my scene. It's the McCamey Manners. Oh my gosh. Exactly. If you get in the swamp, you end up smelling like it. But you also changed, you apologized and owned all your shit. Barbecue said she ended up in the same chat as Dog's daughter, and the daughter had no idea about the lawsuit. Well, they see views here, Booberry, this is another question I have, right? If we're supposed to be these big, have a great day, Jen. If I'm supposed to be this big, great, horrible, real life person, right? If I'm supposed to be this big monstrous of a person, why are you all following me and poking at me? At some point, doesn't it get to the point where it's like, well, maybe, all right, so like, let's use Angela, right? You want to keep saying I'm this big real lifer and I'm this big doxer and shit, then you shouldn't be surprised if I decide right now to post a post doxing you. No outrage, right? Because you say that's what I do. You guys get what I'm saying? And that's how these people get to you. They accuse you of all these things, and then you're like, well, fuck it. If you're going to accuse me of doing X, Y, and Z, perhaps I should do X, Y, and Z. Well, Booberry, the fact of the matter is I spoke to her in private plenty of times, and we conversed and made amends. So any of that is just these people looking to be seen over here. And this is type of people that Brittany welcomed in and then she cries about, right? Like you welcome in these people that do these actual dirty, low down things, and then you're shocked when they do it to you. Yeah, Nina, they called the FBI on that girl. A matter of fact, I got messages of Angela telling me who has custody of her kids and that the one child has fetal alcohol syndrome, but she don't talk about kids. And these people are fake. They're all fake. It's a lot easier to find a dozen clips on somebody who goes live every day than it is on somebody who works behind the scenes doing everything in private. But even then, your shit comes out. Even then. Well, that's what I'm saying, though, Angel. At what point do you stop being accused of things and just fucking do it then? Thank you, Oki. I've seen you change, Granny. People can't accept you, apologize, and have done better. You made a lot of changes. They just see numbers here. They were assuming in medications, calling doctors, all kind of effing shit. Yep. Up all night, rents an address from them. No way. They called it a virtual office. I mean, it may have justified my feelings down suspicious, but some of the shit I said, I definitely was not my proudest moments. That's the thing, Booberry. They do it for the excitement of it. These people don't even make money doing it. They do it for the excitement just to hurt people. It's really sadistic is what it is. It is so sadistic what these people do. And then they do it from a perspective of like, you know, I'm a good person. They never tell you what led to your reaction, ever. Ever. It's the fakest shit I've ever seen. But that's what people do. And that's the internet for you. So, it's to be expected. Well, and I just came across that too, Nina, where we confronted her. It was like, wait a minute. You said that, Mandy did all these horrible things to you. You are now wrenching for her. And she's like, well, I see things differently. Well, in court with Brandy, the fact of the matter is Angela defended me against that too. She absolutely defended me against it. I agree, moderator, but sometimes you don't see it that way. I've seen a tremendous amount of growth, Granny, and you really should be proud. Don't let the same people who love misery try to change that narrative in your mind. You weren't that bad to begin with. Right, I was surrounded by really shitty fucking people. Honestly. I go by what I hear and see, and I've followed Granny for over a year now and hadn't seen her do any of the things that people have said she's done in the past, so I don't care less what happened in the past. Thank you. She is the biggest flip-flopper. They're right, Mrs. M. Look what she said the car did to her and ran back to her, too. Look what she said about Natasha, ran back to her. Look what she said about Kim and Crafton, ran back to them. I mean, it's a tale as old as time. Hey, Kay. A tale as old as time. Anyway, I can't wait until StreamYard's working because I have some really interesting things to show you all. Let me check it again. How wild was that clip I texted you? Like, what the fuck? I probably did not listen to it, if I'm being quite honest, because I can't stand to hear these people's voices. But I am praying that StreamYard is up and working again because I have so much shit to show you all. But I don't know if it is. Let's check it. As I say that, YouTube pauses. I'm gonna, hold on. All right, I'm gonna, it's not, all right. Hold on. Oh, you're right, Nina, TT2. It's not a usual person, Jess. Oh, I'd have to look. Thank you, Sam Brown. Some people grow and some don't. Granny has grown and gotten better. BJ's consistently getting worse. Yeah, some of these people are always the same. She should have. She should have respected my wishes and leave me alone. She should have. And again, it's one thing if you want to just do like regular commentary, but when you're doing shit that's defamatory, now you got an issue. The pages are about to turn on BJ. She's going to scare you like a batch of cockroaches. I think they've always changed. Oh, you know what I discovered? You guys remember I was trying to figure out who that person misinformation is? Guess what? We found out who it is. I will, tattoos. Thank you. Hey, crazy girl. This tells me why many families fall apart. Some people want to hold a grudge over someone's head for life. It tells me why they've had 5 divorces. Hey, Joe Madre. Oh, I know, KT. These people gaslight the fuck out of you. And then when you get that angry and you finally snap, they then take that. They take that part. They never show you or tell you what got you to that point. No. Do you guys remember crazy, that bitch crazy mother-in-law? I actually subscribed to their channel and I got their personal video before they took it down. So I know exactly who you are. Crazy MIL mother-in-law. Thank you, Lip Locked. I agree. At one point, our BS caught up with us. It never fails. Why is Moo Moo playing your lives if she is terrified? Great question. Is she still doing that? I got strikes to do, too. I keep forgetting. Surely somebody who just wants to be left alone isn't restreaming the person they're terrified of. Oh, she's a nasty one, Mr. Tomato Head. It's like, hold on. I know the exact name. Crazy ex-mother-in-law. That's her name. And it's like, no wonder. You literally are a crazy woman. So I empathize with whatever daughter-in-law couldn't stand you. Yes, nonsense. They're the same. Somebody went back through their old videos because they're putting together a video and they saw that the name was changed to misinformation. So crazy ex-mother-in-law account is misinformation. Yep. The one where Clue and Jay were up after Clue warned them to stop weaponizing her daughter, Jess. Oh, yeah, you're right. For years, but now she doesn't agree with it. You have changed. F the past. When you make a mistake, you apologize. Oh, yeah, well, she's going to have a tough lesson to learn, Sammy. Oh, a lot of respect for you, Arte. Thank you, Deanna. I really appreciate that. Kelly with the 36 months. Honored to watch your journey. Came a long way. 36 months, Kelly. Thank you so much. Holy shit. Thank you. Let that speak volumes, too. The amount of people I have here that have been members since day one. These people always put out only certain parts of things. They live in denial and twist the real issues. They are major manipulators that have scammed through life instead of improving their own lives. Yeah. Crazy mother-in-law. Crazy ex-mother-in-law. Yep. So now we know who you are. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because I got something really exciting for you all, but I have to have StreamYard working to show you. Did I miss your milestone, Loki's mom? I know it was a hell of a long time. How long was it? Oh, I don't even have a way to pull it up now. I'm so sorry I missed it. I see you, Nene. Hey, I didn't see you come in though. I miss Pristine's too. I'm sorry. I was going to give the excuse that when you stream this way, it's easy to miss things. But now you're calling me out for missing yours. 38 months. Thank you, Loki's mom. Thank you. I think it does too, Dina. It does. Ask how many of these people I've had since day one. Not come and gone, but since day one. Not many. And most importantly, maybe I'll host a panel of everybody who's fallen out with this bitch. Joe Madre with the 40 months. And the shark. Proud of you. Thank you, Joe Madre. Thank you so much. Nay, my milestone got lost the other day. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't mean to miss them. I'm so sorry. They mean a lot to me. Really, I am sorry. I don't know which one, Casual Art, but again, she's not gonna be happy with what's coming next, and I can promise you that. I am as well, Dina. Thank you. If I can get YouTube to work, StreamYard to work nonsense, absolutely. I think you guys will be interested. Thank you, Brandy. We have reached the thumbs up goal, so I appreciate that. Let me end this thing. I've been subscribed for over a year now. I must say that I truly enjoy Granny and her content and her channel and her chat. Thank you, Liplocked. We enjoy you as well. I saw a clip of Seth live in front of the sheriff's office. I only saw him, though. Such a loser. I missed yours as well, Boo Berry. You missed my 1-year milestone? Irish Eyes, stop it. You've got all our interest peaked now, Granny. I want to show you guys so badly. I don't know why StreamYard's being this shitty, though. We have all made mistakes in here, whether as a sub or who we followed. FOIA pullers and people who want to see victims' private info, creators make mistakes, and as long as I've changed, I'm here. As long as I've seen changed, I'm here. I know it sounds suspicious, like she's proud of the fact that her daughter-in-law couldn't stand her. Sick people, man. These people are sick. I've been here just over 3 years, seen you grow, and your follower grow too. Thank you, Angel. I know, little Daisy. I hope Clue goes. But I really do hope she does. Not sure about the hype points, but I gave you my first. Oh, thank you, Texas Blue Eyes. All week at noon. Why not put together a search, right? Why not set a search? I've said Angela straight a few times, but I come to realize she's like BJ. She always has to have last word. You're right. She's the biggest gaslighter, and she's the biggest fucking liar. She is meant to be with BJ. She is BJ. And ironically, they both originate from the same fucking place, the same fucking person. Cheap and Anna, good morning. Right, it's a performance for his audience. You know why? Because they're all pissed off and afraid that that TMZ is going to report on them. So they're trying really, really, really hard to get the attention on them being like sympathetic again. They want to put out this narrative, the woe is me narrative that they always push. We all know what it is. We all know what it is. Oh, you know, they're not doing, whatever. And it's amazing you've retained a private intelligence group that is that works for the elite. But yet all you can come up with is protest in the local police. I love it. Oh, absolutely. Nancy wised up to their lies. Nancy Grace, Vinnie Politan, most of them don't want anything to do with them anymore. That's why they're not doing interviews on these channels. And I'd love for them to prove it wrong and go back on one of these channels and do an interview. They caught up with the fact that it seems to be more of a vendetta against Katie than it does the search. And here they are again, once again, making it about them and their big goofy selves so they can be the center stage, all eyes on them, but they're not focused on the child. It would be so easy for them to orchestrate a search effort while they're all gathered out front of a police station, but they won't do it. They can go search before, they can go search after, but they won't do it. And we know why. Because it's nothing more than a publicity stunt. And they're trying to get themselves and in the news as the grieving father that's doing all he can to find his missing child. Although the man has the ability to he has a YouTube channel where he can make community posts, he can make videos, he can go live. And instead of posting daily photos of his son or keeping his son's image out there and reminding people his son's missing, he goes live once a month to taunt people and talk shit on Chris and Katie. But they're so afraid what this litigation is going to do. They're so afraid that people are going to catch on to the fraud that has taken place that they now want to get back into the spotlight from a sympathetic point of view. It's obvious what they're doing. You don't even have to be a private intelligence group to figure this one out. They're afraid of their own fucking shadows. And they're afraid of the truth. But it's not BJ, and I'll tell you why. Because at this point, you got, well, no, because the voilage, I mean, there should have been. Of course, it hasn't been about Sebastian since he came on the scene. Hey, Bob H. All 5 protesters, right. They lost a lot of support because they made it a personal hangout. No, he doesn't, Loki's mom. He would need to ask Katie for some of her photos. Oh, thank you, Herc. You remind me of one of my daughters. She is feisty, confident, classy, and overall beautiful inside and out, and a great parent. She doesn't take anyone's crap. Someone goes at her, she comes back 10 times. Right. And that's what these people do. They poke, and when you respond, they try to act like you're the bad guy. But you've all now witnessed a particular evil person poke at me for over 3 years now, despite me ignoring them. So when they get what they have coming their way, which is not a threat of violence or anything of the sort, they cannot cry victim. I want you all to remind them that all they had to do was shut up, right? All you had to do was shut up. Their famous line, just shut up. Remember that when this person's crying, all you had to do was shut up. I wonder if the Texana thing is a dud. I don't know, but I know the reason Betty shit says reopened is because they want to extend the protective orders. Banfield has her true crime channel. She had cough on. I can't stand a former FBI agent. Really, Angel? I didn't even say it. Common includes yesterday, Stern BS. Later said BJ has a huge support system behind her. No, they're not, Lovey. They turned on her easily. But that it can happen, though, BJ CPS. It can happen. I'll tell you why. Because there are times where people have searched certain areas and they find nothing. And then time goes by, fresh eyes go by, whatever happens, they go and search again, and the person is found. It happens a lot, actually. I don't even think she has a big support group. She has a bunch of hate bonders. I want you to keep this energy when you take back that internet thing to the store. I need you all to come with me. We're going live to call this guy out. Oh, I agree, Sammy. All Katie wanted was for money to be donated. It would be opposite if it was him. She had a big support system. She wouldn't be sleeping and streaming true crime. She wasn't sleeping. She was looking for her glasses. Last year, the guy in Georgia went 900 yards from his back door despite a year of searches. It happens. Right. Right. Just shut up, Nene. Remind them. When they're crying that they're in the position they're going to find themselves in, all they had to do was shut up. Just shut up. You were forewarned. Unlike me, you actually did get a warning. So no crying. No crying in baseball. My answer in a while, guys. I want to thank you for letting me discuss something. Nothing to do with you. Oh, you're welcome, AK. Well, we've seen it on camera, so get the fuck out of here with that. Moo. He could be on this construction site. Absolutely. She must be awake with her CP wave. I don't even know which asshole that is, but nope, not waving. All you had to do was shut up. It happens a lot, PsyOps. It honestly does. You're right, Kaylee Anthony. All right, search that area. She has backstabbing support. Granny has strong, loyal support. Big difference. Amen, Boo Berry. Amen. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I bet you Pristine had to cancel too, Savannah. I was thinking the same thing. I think that just searching at all shows something a little more than what they've been doing. What I understand is if anyone had anything, they could have gotten BJ with the first on here. Why did they sit back and let her do exactly what she threatened? What do you mean, Eric? I don't know what you're saying. I thought that whatchamacallit was supposed to... Didn't Stephen Fisher say that he was getting ground penetrating radar? And I thought a company actually offered it. Did they ever get a chance to use it? Shelly M says, I've been here for over 15 months and I've heard you ask multitudes of time for her to stop and she hasn't. Granny has grown a lot since I've been here. I proudly support her. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you so much. Sav, just because we have DNA and technology, I agree. There's no one at the protest. Seth lost all his support and they are asking FBI to take over. They've always had this case. I think the Hatfields video where Chris says what he thinks may have happened, car picked up on a long hollow pike and went towards I-65. Absolutely, May. Brandy Neal, Michael Vaughn's mother is in a hospital not doing well. If we can take a moment to send prayers her way. That's all they do is hate Bon Herc. She's been threatening to take channels down with strikes, but people kept telling me no, she didn't. Oh, yeah, she did. Well, she didn't threaten to take people's channels down with strikes. She threatened to pay this attorney to take them down. I have my mind, Michelle. I've had a few attorneys say that to me now, so it would be great. I just don't know if it's realistic for me. I think any property Bobby's family is associated with should be searched also, and that would be a great question to ask SF or Chris about the GPR. They said no. I feel like Tennessee universities with geology and criminal justice departments would be the best bet. Who said no? Dogs missed David Schultz, and he was close by when he went missing in a field not found for months. Hey, Callie. Drive carefully. Oh, yeah. I love men with big boobs. boobs bigger than mine. I love it. Can my lawyer in PA help with the lawyer in Oklahoma? He could, yeah. I don't think he needs to, though. What I really don't understand is how Craig can send a background blatantly threatening to take channels down. I thought it was against TOS. It is. So you take that clip, you go to X, and you make Team YouTube aware. That's what I'm saying. Who would say no to the GPR? Oh, thank you, AK. You would think that they would take whatever help they can get. Listen, I understand the frustration with the local police. I do. Absolutely, Eric Jasper, you can do that. I get why they would be frustrated with the police. But what I don't get is, okay, let's say that Sebastian, here's my logic on it. If they're claiming that Sebastian hasn't been found because the police aren't doing their job, right? That's the claim. But at the same time, you're also claiming, good morning, Looking Beyond. You're also claiming that you have a private intelligence group that is worth $1 million detainer that only works for the elite, right? Are you guys following me here? So why hasn't your private intelligence group that's worth $1 million that works for the elite, why haven't they found any actual leads? You can't expect the police to make up evidence like your team does and prosecute somebody. If there's simply no evidence, there's simply no evidence. They can't make it up. I mean, you guys can make up fake blurb images and fake flat, this and that and do whatever, but they can't. I would love it in the Pines. I thought they couldn't do the GPR due to building being already up in the area. I thought they could still scan through cement. I thought the CPR was offered. I know what they can do. They can just pull in at night who apparently has access to truth serum. Why don't you go give him some truth serum while he's out there protesting today? Let's hear what comes out of his mouth then. I would love that. All in agreement, put a 1. 1. That's my vote. Truth serum it up. Raise your hand if you have the resources on hand to pay your $70K home to be torn apart. Insurance wouldn't cover that. I don't think they need to tear it apart. I thought it's ground penetrating. Never mind. Yeah, you're right. Look at all the ones. Yay, we vote. Are the satellites in the air yet? Did they get their little drone up? Is your drone up? Penny, thank you so much for the gift cards. That was so sweet of you. Thank you. I was looking to see you. Thank you so much. They need warrants to do that or the homeowner's permission. You're right, Chucho. You're right. I didn't think of that. Seth is out protesting in Sumner County today. Yes. So we are encouraging. Oh, are you, Everett? Shut up. Do you know how to go live? Or just take a video? They can scan through cement. They don't need to scan the whole site, just where they had ditches or pipe work. I think they should. I think that, unfortunately, that may be the answer. Hey, Lily Rose. I mean, how does a child go missing right where construction is being done and they don't halt the construction? Can you fathom how aggravating that would be? I mean, everybody knows it'd be the perfect place to dispose. I'm just shocked that they didn't stop it. Shocked. That is worthy of complaints. Yeah, Everett, get us some photos of the two misfits standing there holding mics, pretending they're important. Oh, that Lori says, ground penetrating radar does not damage foundations or anything like that. It's like an ultrasound into the ground. That's what I thought. But then I thought penetrating. And then I thought of Craig's little mishap. And I'll tell you, I should sue for emotional distress because these people have totally ruined everything. No, their claims Their claim is in the comments on whoever covering protests is Katie knows what happened and CP is friends with the corrupt Sumner County. Yikes. Thank you for telling me that, Shelby. Listen, I don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. What we do know is that we collectively agree that we dislike Seth as a person. And they collectively agree that they dislike Katie and Chris, which is fine. But we ultimately don't know who did what, we don't know. We don't know who's to blame, if anybody's to blame. I don't know why people act like it's impossible for a child to vanish on his own, but whatever. I don't know. For all we know, Katie can be guilty. We just don't know. Chris can't be guilty because he was out of state and, all of that shit and whatever. Seth can be guilty. A neighbor could be guilty. We don't know. That's why we need the truth serum. That's why we need the truth serum. But can't we also collectively agree that we don't like Griffney without being in a RICO or getting channel struck? Absolutely. Unless you live in their world, then you're not allowed to agree with your own reality. You have to be gaslit into theirs. Doesn't Virginia have like hundreds of kids missing right now? Is it confirmed that CP never left Memphis during the disappearance window? Yes. What's also rumored out there, this is just rumor, speculation, but it has been discussed by people on the green team, is that Seth is unaccounted for 2 hours. Again, I don't know if that's true or not. Well, I agree, beware marching bands, because everybody can strike back. I think a neighbor is guilty personally. That is what I believe, given the evidence we have. Things like the dog trail, bloodhound being at a house side rather than road indicates odd behavior to me, right? Which was right next to the construction site where this person supposedly had a four-wheeler get stuck in the water. I've always found him suspicious from the beginning too. I know, Lindsay. Can we all agree that people dislike her for their own reasons and it doesn't have to do with allegations of RICO? So stupid. Listen, they could have that theory Mr. Tomato had. They can say okay, Chris Proudfoot is good friends with the local law enforcement, right? Like an officer out of the police station. Sure, okay. But then you have to assume that his connection is so strong that he's able to also infiltrate the TBI, infiltrate the FBI, infiltrate secret services, and every other organization that got involved in Sebastian's disappearance. There's not many people that are going to, I don't even care if you're related to the officer. They're not going to cover up the unaliving of a child, nor are they going to be able to cover it up through every single different level and department of law enforcement. People act like it's that easy. It's not. Right, you couldn't infiltrate the Secret Service. I mean, come on. Right, we got Seth admitting that he sat in the car for 15 minutes before going in the house. Not one of them called Sebastian's cell phone number to even try to see if he had his phone. Seth didn't bother stopping at his own house or driving that direction to see if perhaps Sebastian was on his way to his house. I mean, it's still weird. And he says he's just watching everybody's behaviors. Why? There's a lot of weird shit here, but I think one thing we can all agree on is Sebastian was failed. In whatever format you want to believe that happened, or in several. That's what I believe. He was failed. You can't contain a random email chain around here, much less if someone met an alien. It's stupid. Seth in his 2 hours really bothers me. I mean, all right, so if you get a phone call that one of your teenagers are missing, you're going to tell me you're not going to think to call that teenager's phone number? Right, May. You're assuming lots of people in the LE would be willing to hide such a thing, and why? Right. It just drives me nuts how stupid these people act. Are they on holiday? I don't know. You know what I think? I think Seth saw that all that money was raised for Katie's birthday, and it drove him nuts. And now he wants to be in the spotlight again. I agree, Wonder Woman. A lot of things about him bothers me, too. Part of the issue with Seth's dumb ass is he likes to pretend he's much better than he really is, in all ways. So saying something like he was watching behavior is what the imagines detectives would do. Right. And then Seth coming out here and saying, he'd leave Sebastian home alone for 12 to 16 hours if he had to work overtime, blah, blah, blah. Then coming out a few months later and saying he never said it. He says he lies a lot. Which is why he found his flock, right? Birds of a feather flock together. He found his flock. I agree with that, Angie, but Seth didn't know that. Seth did not get to speak with anybody. All he got was a text message that his son was missing. So he didn't know that his cell phone wasn't with him. He could have tried to call it. He didn't. He didn't try to drive by his house. There's a lot of weird things. I've never liked BJ. She was shit in my book in the KR case. In addition, she considers herself true crime but doesn't do proper research and doesn't care about the kids or families. I've often wondered why people support content creators that don't even have custody of their own kids when it comes to coverage of missing kids. There are so many of them. There are so many of these creators that don't even visit with their own children, but come on the internet and want you all to believe that they care about other children. If they will abandon their own, they sure as fuck don't give a shit about another. It drives me nuts. You're expecting loyalty and honesty from somebody that didn't even have it for their own. Seth relied on a neighbor should his missing son turn up at his home. Are they, little Daisy? Who? Should we go peep it? I couldn't even restream. Why wouldn't I see Sebastian's at his place? Exactly. Seth being Seth has hindered this investigation more than anything else. Poor Sebastian. I agree. Hey, Summer Girl. I also think it's weird that Seth's family has all disappeared. Nobody can stop me if one of my grandkids. I agree. It's wild. I'll never understand it all. Did I miss the video of BJ trolling herself? Yeah, I didn't play it yet. Because I'd have to play it through the phone. Thank you, Booberry. I'm going to call it now. He's bashing Ellie, Katie, and Chris. Shocker. Oh, another astrologist. Bless it be. Hey, Feisty. All right, let me do this. And delete that. There we go. The family stopped supporting Seth, everyone, before they were involved. Outspoken, hands-on, then poof. Yep, May. But the fact that, all right, let's talk about it. Christmas comes. It's your first Christmas without your child. You're going to spend it with a stranger, a man you met via the internet, via Pascal and his family, but not spend it with your own parents who are also missing their first grandchild. All of it is weird. You got to double tap the screen, Rose of Sharon. So he said he sat outside the Proudfoot home watching the cops listening for 15 to 30 minutes, as well as he snuck inside the command center to see what cops knew. Exactly. Pam J. I don't care if I despise my kids. I'd be fighting for my grandchildren. Well, again, SS, he's another one who abandoned everything. Why do people expect any type of I don't get it. Whatever. Lee Michelle, he lied about that. On one station, I believe on Vinnie Politics, he said he sped to Katie's. Then he said he did not speed there because he didn't want to get a ticket. He lied about a lot of shit, man. The guy gave a lot of inconsistent stories. And that doesn't mean that Chris and Katie are innocent. But there's a reason this guy can't keep his story straight. Exactly, Hope for Snoopy. Seth just needs the spotlight turned back on him. He wants to look like the little innocent, grieving father again. Seth gave many conflicting stories, I agree. Can you imagine how different the search for Sebastian would have been if these particular people didn't get involved and distract the entire thing? I think Seth could have stand how many people love Katie and how happy and better off she is without him. I think it drove him nuts. I think like he said, she ruined his nuclear family. He thought that he had ownership over over Katie and Sebastian. I agree, Nana. Maybe all three know. We'll never know. When I got news about my dad, I couldn't even drive. I'm so sorry, tattoos. Who the fuck's thinking of speeding tickets? You get news your child's missing. It's so bizarre. He sent out C&Ds. He started yelling at people that they don't have permission to use his son's name. He started intimidating people early on. Trevor Lee, for example, the shit he said about Chloe and Heather, the actual private investigators, the way they try to discredit SF. They can't stand anybody who is credentialed and has the ability to actually make a progress in Sebastian's disappearance. So they immediately started attacking these people and trying to discourage them from being involved. That within its own is fucking shady. Who does that? You think you'd be thankful? Thank you, little Daisy. Whether you like the person or not, you have the ability. You have the credentials. You have the history. You have everything you need to potentially find my child. I don't care if I like you or not. Do your thing. But that's not what he did. He sent out C&Ds. He told people to be quiet. He threatened people. It's unreal to me that people, and again, I think the only reason people defend certain people, the only reason I believe people defend Seth is because they dislike the people that are calling it out. But I guarantee when these motherfuckers log off their little mics, they see and feel everything that we do as well. And it's their egos that won't allow them to admit it. And if this private intelligence group was that great of an intelligence group, they, wouldn't be asking the public for information on people. You should have that information because after all, you work for the elite. And B, they would see what we all see. But they're not retained to find Sebastian. They're not a private intelligence group, in my opinion. They're nothing more than paid agitators that came along to distract all of us from the topic that was taking place at the time, which was Seth's creepy behavior. They're a cleanup crew. They came in with freaking brooms ready to sweep it all up, and they wanted to sweep it all under the rug, and they thought they were going to do it via litigation, via threats of bankrupting somebody, through all the other threats that they made, and they used big old names like Bruce Castor and Joseph P. Lesniak and Trump's former attorney and 20 years in jail and settle it today or we'll have a conference on your court steps. They thought that was going to work. They thought that they were going to be able to get us all to hush up from the fact that Seth Rogers exposed to the internet his creepy inner behaviors, and we noted it, we repeated it, we spoke against it, and they wanted us to shut the fuck up, which is why I am going to dedicate the next 5 days to speaking all about it. If you didn't want people to commentate on it, you should have kept the man off the internet. You give a bozo creep like him and Mike just long enough and they'll tell you exactly who they are. No cleanup, private investigative, Bruce Castor, former Trump, whatever bullshit can clean or stop that. It's the fucking reason these people are doing what they're doing, and it's not to find Sebastian Rogers. Which brings me back to the topic today. We will not be gaslit out of our reality. A cockroach is a cockroach, sleeping and nodding or sleeping and nodding. And Seth Rogers telling the world exactly who he is exactly what we will continue to speak on. And if you don't fucking like it, don't tune in. But it is our constitutional right to speak on matters of public concern. And Sebastian Rogers is a public concern. He's a nationally recognized missing child on the FBI list. His father, Seth Rogers, is a self-admitted suspect. His partner in crime, Tony Mathis, is a self-named national spokesman. Dog the Bounty Hunter is a D-list celebrity. Nick the Hat is a parolee of Pennsylvania. Julia Valente is a military member who makes videos and claims to be an author of children's books. Brittany, Betty, Ocean, or Chase, whatever fucking weirdo it is, and the rest of them are limited public figures by the fact that they step on a public stage every time you hit go live via YouTube or TikTok. Therefore, you are all up for public discussion, and if we hurt your fucking feelings too fucking bad, it is our constitutional right to do so. Put more tape over your motherfucking mouth, but you'll never put it over ours. Tired of these people with their little, we're going to sue you. National spokesman Cynthia Lee. Who the fuck is Cynthia Lee? Until you have that, she should be speaking today, right? Cynthia Lee, their national spokesman for at night, should be on the mic out front of that police station today, right? You fuckers don't control the internet. You most certainly don't control my freedom of speech. Pissing me to fuck off. I'm going to have your channel removed. I'm going to sue you so you can't afford anything. And I'll sue you right back. It's exactly what it was. These people, in my opinion, are nothing more than a cleanup crew. What's the first thing they told us all? Bill Cosby, right? Who the fuck was Bill Cosby? Bill Cosby was an actor that was accused of molesting women and date raping them. These guys came out here and they said to us, we have the power to put you in the Me Too movement and we have the power to take you out. They're not a private intelligence group, in my opinion. They're a fucking bunch of sweepers, paid agitators that come out here and want to convince everybody that they're professional. But ironically, again, as I said the other day, their resumes are invisible. Their credentials don't exist. And the only thing we see is their fucking egos. It's the only thing in sight. Sylvester Stallone, all the other things, they're protectors, they're cleanups for fucking creeps. And what was it that we were talking about the day Nick has a frat suit came in my chat and threatens me? Anybody recall what that topic was? Oh, that's right. It was Seth Rogers pointing out his child's trauma. Ironic, I think. Where are all the plaintiffs, right? Why aren't they at the protest? Why didn't any of them get out and search? They're not protectors of children. Nope. They're not protectors of children, in my opinion. Protectors of chomos. More fit in sentence, in my opinion. The history speaks for itself. The timeline speaks for itself. And if you don't like it, you don't have to listen, but you don't get to unplug my fucking mic. I'm going to walk around a cemetery with tape on my mouth because I'm a professional. Fucking dork. Why, though? Why would a group like that get involved with this child's case? No others but this one. Nick talked about connects, but he was speaking about themselves. I'll tell you why. Because what does this child's case have in common with the other things they were involved in, with the Sylvester Stallone, the Bill Cosby? What does it have in common? You all go read it in a judge's ruling where she clearly states, although they stated that we call Seth Rogers the P word, ironically enough, he did not place that under defamation. He put it under emotional distress. That is your motherfucking answer right there. Read it. Read what it says. Recognize where the allegations were placed and the claims they were placed under. Surely, as stated by others who never even read the ruling, let alone the complaint that they signed, who want to claim that we were sued for defamatory statements about Seth and Sebastian Rogers. Ironically, Seth Rogers never placed it as defamation. So you all use your logic and you say what it tells you, because it tells me everything I need to know. Instead, it was emotional damage. Oh, it must have hurt the moment the internet recognized exactly who and what you were. Probably shriveled up a little bit inside, that dirty secret coming to the public after all these years. Based off your own words, too, if I may add. Which is exactly why you had a national spokesman, but you hired one that wasn't even credentialed in the position, and you got rid of the ones that were, and the internet turned on you overnight because you got offered a mic to tell everybody who and what you were. And at the end of the day, Seth Rogers is a father with a missing child. But he's also a father who came out on the internet and said a lot of gross, disgusting things, gave us insight to things we never needed to know. And when he couldn't stand that the people saw him, when the mask dropped and we got a clear view at who we perceive Seth Rogers to be, he hired the cleanup crew to come and try to shut us all up. I think that's why Robin Rogers is in hiding as well. Yeah, because if their little litigation would have went through like they wanted it to, we could have subpoenaed all these people to court. You know what those depositions would have looked like? Would have been really interesting. Mr. Tomato Head, the mic drop is in the judge's ruling. And if you haven't read it, if you haven't seen it, please go do so. And then I want all of you out there to riddle it to yourselves. If they are claiming that these women, and they told the public that they were suing for defamation on the basis that they called Seth Rogers a P word, why didn't Seth Rogers place that under defamation? That's all you need to know. That's it. She sure did tell them exactly what they were. And they essentially told you all exactly who and what they were, too. Every bit of who and what they are is written out in that litigation. From what they chose to put in there and what they chose to leave out. Oh, like writing a book on it, Snowflake? Writing a book on how to get away with it? Making a chapter in the book about how a child might make up these things because they're not getting attention or because they're getting bad grades. Yeah. He didn't want to fight that accusation in court. That's a fact, Loki's mom. Nobody made this shit up. It's the only thing we have, Deanna. It's the only thing we have. And it hurts people's feelings, and it doesn't feel good, and it might suck a little bit, and it might, in the words of their litigation in PA, harm our public perception. But at the end of the day, everything that we have spoken on, everything I have spoken or commentated on came directly out of their mouths. From the truth serum to the age of Katie to everything in between. It was all publicly available through the many panel tours that man took, because instead of looking for his son, in my opinion, he was looking for sympathy on the fucking internet. He wanted everybody to see Katie the way he sees Katie, because she left him. Because she ruined the nuclear family, because she decided she no longer wanted to live under that man's rule and thumb, and she broke free from it all, and he has never, ever forgotten it. And I can't believe that Sebastian disappeared exactly 8 years to date on the day of the divorce. I don't believe in coincidences when it comes to true crime. And guess what? I have a fucking right to feel that way. I have a constitutional right to my opinion. And I have a constitutional right to express it. 8 years to the date. The date of the divorce. And every time Seth would speak about Sebastian, it was always in past tense. It was showing us Sebastian at the age of 7 or 8 at the aquarium, 5 or 6 at the park. And he never, oh man, don't even get me started any further. We can spread this out a little bit. But that is everybody's homework for today. If you truly believe I defamed Sebastian or Seth Rogers, and I'll remind you all, I never once came out here and said Seth Rogers is that word. Never. I never once called Seth Rogers that word, but something I said made him feel as if I did, so he lied in documents and claimed I did. But then he twisted it around and he didn't file it under defamation. So that is everybody's homework tonight. Everybody's homework. Go search out the judge's ruling where she herself questioned why they never put that under defamation. And you tell me, I know all of you here in the chat listening have the brains to figure it out, but I want those over there in denial lane to tell me why somebody wouldn't put it where it would belong. If it was a defamatory statement, why was it not placed under a defamatory statement? I bet you they ignore it because they don't like the person it was against. But go ahead and keep sweeping and sweeping. We're not putting this shit under the rug. We're keeping it on the forefront. I appreciate all of you. If you haven't, please hit the thumbs up. Keep your reality. Don't let them gaslight you. Don't let them silence you. Don't let them manipulate you. You have a right to feel how you feel. You have a right to know that a cockroach is a fucking cockroach, and sleeping is sleeping, and a creep is a creep, and nobody can stop you from having that opinion unless you change it on your own. So shout it from the rooftops. Pull out the bug spray. Oh, Nonsense is live. I don't know how to redirect from here. Go over to Nonsense, everybody. I will see you over there. If I could redirect, I would. I don't know how, but we are taking the tape off our mouths and we're going to put it right up on your asses because you keep spilling shit all over these streets and we're tired of it. Bye-bye.